All right. What is up? Sorry, it took a little longer than normal. I was having issues connecting to Twitch. So, but what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly. Brandman still rocking St. Patty's Day. Well, today is St. Patty's Day, so
yeah, today is it. This is official.
Mm-hmm. But I like that shirt though.
Thanks.
That's a good shirt.
That was literally him Saturday, so
it was.
It's like actual footage of Brandman on Saturday.
Each beer is a different location.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's good. Have a fun day, man. Yeah, I saw that, Ty. We got Ty in the house.
What up, Ty? I'll talk about that a little bit. I really don't want to harp on it too much because I feel like a lot of people are being so negative about it. But you know,
so I'll save that for one. But let me get into Collector because he was here first. Collector saying, when I got physical media, I got the Arrow Video Deep Blue Sea box set 4K. What the Arrow Video, but Deep Blue Sea is pretty cool. I got Penguin on 4K. Nice.
Anymore.
Yeah. And The Last of Us season 1 on Steelbook. Nice. I saw the picture you put up of the Steelbook for Last of Us. That is a cool looking Steelbook.
Yeah, I have that over here too.
Yeah, that one. I need to buy it. Usually I don't buy a lot of seasons.
I think I have 2.
I need to get some more.
I think I have 2 Last of Us, so you might have to wait.
Oh man.
I do have 2 of them. Yeah, I sure do.
Like I said, I also wanted to mention tomorrow I'll be seeing Black Bag with my mom, and then Thursday I'll see the Alto Nights. Yeah, and I did hear the early reviews from Snow White.
Apparently everyone loves it.
That's what they're saying.
That don't like it love it.
Yeah.
I don't want to like it, but they're loving it. Everybody.
Yeah. Everybody. At first I thought it was like a troll when I saw somebody talking about it, like, oh, even the people that hate it love it. And I was like, okay. I didn't really get a chance today. I was a little busy at work, so I didn't get a chance to like watch a lot of like videos. So I was just like listening to some music. But I did hear that
saying yes. Yeah. They love this movie. This is going to be a great movie. They didn't think they went in not wanting to like it, and they liked it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I'm probably gonna go see it anyway, just for the show.
Yeah,
but I'm kind of curious now.
That's my only reasoning behind it. But if they're saying it's actually pretty solid, that's great too. Like I said, it's nothing against the movie. It's nothing against any of the actors. I was just never. Snow White was never really one of my animated one of my favorites when it came to the animated movies.
Yeah,
even
when we were kids, it was already old.
When
we were kids, it was already 40, 50 years old.
It was old.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's an old, and I appreciate what it did for animated features, but
I don't know. Man. I mean, look at me and thinking I want to watch Snow White. What about me looks like Snow White? But regardless of it, I'm going to probably take my girls to see it, even though they said I don't want to go see it, Daddy. I was like, we gotta go see it anyway.
Like Dad needs to go, so I don't want to be
the family event, guys. Sorry, this was happening.
Yeah. The Collector said he's also started watching Daredevil Born Again. I watched the first episode. I don't know how I feel about the show they killed. Yeah, I'll follow you with the first few minutes. Yeah, well, the whole first episode was the extra, like the reshoots, quote unquote. So
I still say, as I watch it, I wasn't as high as I am with you as you guys were, but I watch it and I say it's a great episode of Law and Order.
Yep,
just what it is.
I mean, so far,
pretty much, yeah.
There was very little action, especially this last episode. It's very little action, but very good courtroom drama. I still don't like the idea of how they introduced magic into it. I'm not a fan of it. I talked about this in the roundtable with Anzo yesterday. Okay,
they did that even before this show. Look at Danny Rand.
Yeah, no. I mean, they introduced. So the thing I don't like is the fact I talked about this yesterday was that the way they introduced the idea of magic was to a judge. I didn't think that was a very good way. Not
Magic's
that
already introduced in this universe.
Hmm?
Magic's already introduced in this universe.
It doesn't. Yes, everyone knows it's in New York, so people know Magic's. But you using it as you're saying it in a courtroom drama for law purposes is the way they introduce it in the series. I didn't think that was the right way to doing it, especially when you had other opportunities. You could just talk about the amulet. You could have talked about. You could have shown him with the amulet. You could have talked about it in that one in that way. I didn't think as a throw in line from a judge was the way to bring in Magic into this universe. I thought that was
Magic was already introduced. We have Iron Fist. We have Iron Fist. Iron Fist is in this universe.
God, Tank, you can't say that because it's a new show. This is
Daredevil. The first episode could not.
It was the first episode that they said that. It was a throw in line from the judge. This is Daredevil Born Again. This is a brand new show. But you're saying that it's a throw in line, and that's not the right way to do it.
They didn't bring in the magic until episode
2.
Right?
It was episode 2, which is but it was like the first thing they kind of just throw it in instead of saying when you had other opportunities with it. You could have talked about the amulet and you could have showed him use it. Actually, you would have more action if you had any of that stuff. You could have gave more respect to White Tiger.
I mean, that I do agree with.
Any of those things.
Showed
There's no reason to throw it in as a one-liner. It's a waste.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel about that because there's already magic in this universe. Like we already know.
That's not. So when you do it, I mean, this is not Doctor Strange, or it's not things. You're grounding something, right? You want to make it very grounded, very real, and then you say, okay, it's a throw-in line about the magic amulet. Like everyone should know exactly what this amulet does. Instead of showing it, why are you doing it as a one-liner, just a one-line thing? It doesn't work with the storytelling way. It just doesn't. So I mean that was my
your issue with it.
I just don't like how you try to ground it and then have magic. Like grounded magic. Well, then show it and show how it could still be magic. You don't have to tell me. Show me. Same thing I have in episode 3. Instead of telling me this is what he did, we had no action in that entire episode. Show me what he did. While people are talking about it, show him do it. So we would have White Tiger actually doing these amazing things, just being shown. If you did that, you increase the action. You can still have the courtroom drama and still have the same storyline by showing it, and you would give respect to the White Tiger.
Yeah, that I agree with. They should have
but there's no difference in that. You could have shown the amulet, the power of the amulet. You could have shown that's why you introduce something, but not just by words. I think that's a throwaway line. I don't like it. It's a waste. I'm gonna tell the judge, and this is what we're doing. Why? Show me. I don't want this to turn into Andor because I think I know it won't. Because in my opinion, I think that what's going to happen, they're going to see Punisher's going to get Matt Murdock back into the cow. You're going to see that happening, and by episode 6, he's going to be back to be Daredevil. The problem is that you only get 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's Daredevil really. Yeah, but you're going to see it.
Yeah, I don't think it'll turn out another Andor. I think this episode was pretty vital because it. I don't think we should ever lose track of the fact that Matt Murdock is a very good lawyer. Like he's like we've seen him as, and this is arguably his biggest case that he's won. And 3 episodes in, we see him lose his partner right out of the woodwork. We see him lose his relationship with his other partner Karen, and now we see him lose the guy he won the case for, and potentially like the biggest case of his career. So I just hope they don't. If anything, I hope they don't really. I hope they don't drag. So far, I don't think it's dragging, but I hope they don't. Dawdle too much when it comes to him being Daredevil again.
I just don't think you can have multiple episodes like this without action, and you can still the whole episode could be exactly the same, but when the witnesses got to the stand, instead of them telling you what he did, they showed him do it. That gives more action. That gives you the action you need, right, and gives respect to the character. that would have been a much better turnout. Then at the end, instead of him just being shot, at the end, why wouldn't he at least show up and put up a fight and multiple guys and they overwhelm him and then someone shoots him? If the amulet could have, what it enhances abilities, it enhances awareness, that's, it enhances power. That's what it does. So how would he not know this guy's coming in? And I just felt like it just,
I like how it ended because it shows how evil the other side is, this fake Punisher. Because I don't think because the real Punisher will shoot you right in your face while you're looking down the barrel. That person, they shot him in the back when they weren't looking. Very cheap, very.
But it wasn't in the back; it was in his head, right? Wasn't
it? It was on the side, yeah.
Or to the side, like as he's walking, and he wasn't able to be aware of it, right? Once again, not giving us the power of the amulet.
Yeah, but I got what they were doing. I got what they should have done, the stories and show the action and stuff. I do agree with that. To see him more than just that one time in the suit.
I just think if that's the way he went down, he would never have saved anyone. If he would have went down because of the dude just walked up and shot him, and that's how he died, then he wouldn't have saved anybody ever. It cheapens all the stuff he said he's done.
I didn't see it like that. I saw it the other way. I saw it as like this person, they're evil, like straight up evil when you shoot somebody when they're not looking.
But people are always evil, and people will always do that. But people will do that anyway because the whole White Tiger storyline. When you look in the comic books, he's aware of a lot of stuff, and he's a.
Then if you have multiple people jump in them, then you can't say it was Punisher. Like it needed to be one person so they can frame Punisher or he could have been busy doing something, save the person, and as he's walking out, maybe then that you attack him. Just walking down the street in broad daylight and then get shot. He didn't have any awareness. I feel like that just doesn't make sense. But it is what it is. We had a whole talk about it, and people they were more upset about the ending, about getting shot in the head without all the other stuff at the end than the courtroom drama. But even though I think the courtroom drama is a bigger deal. But it is. It's just things. I'm more on their side. Like the ending, I get why. Like you can.
No, you're more on my side. Trust me. You didn't watch it. No. They don't care about.
I like the courtroom drama. I think it was no big deal for me.
You don't think that we need to see the White Tiger at all?
I wanted to see. I wanted to see the White Tiger, but like the whole I thought you meant the magic thing. I didn't really mind. But like telling the stories, like the little stories would have been nice. Like here's a story, and then it cuts to the person telling that story. So they're like little mini flashbacks. That would have been really good.
You didn't have to tell them at all. It could have went to them, see them about to speak, and then see what happened.
Yeah.
You didn't have to have them speak as a voiceover or anything. You could just saw it. And then the next person come up and you just see what he did. Yeah. You don't need any of the words.
Yeah. Yeah. I do agree with that. That would have been nice for sure. So, but yeah, I don't think we're getting like an Andor kind of style stuff. So record-breaking tangent going on. Well, we didn't get to talk about Daredevil last week. So it's kind of built up in us. And then Brian off of a panel from yesterday. So.
Yeah, I like to talk about it every day. I feel like I'm something every day.
Yeah. But seriously, since we got Ty in here. So, man, Ty, I know it's been a rough day. So it's been a rough day because people keep telling him to do stuff because he's, defending Jonathan Majors. Yeah. For me, I just found out whenever you texted me about it. Maybe 2 hours ago at this point, like that's when I found out, I was like, oh shit, then I started looking at it. Dre Max, I think he's probably still live and he's got a bunch of people on his channel. They're talking only about that. I sent you guys the audio clip that I just found.
It's the same thing that we heard about in July. It's the same comment that the court threw out. It's the same thing. They said you can't talk about previous violence within the courtroom throughout. Yeah. It's the same comment, but it still sounded very doctored, and it sounded like very like they cut off one part and then they did this other part, and I just was like, this.
It doesn't sound like a normal conversation.
And who the hell says aggressed?
Yeah, it sounded really stilted and scripted.
Yeah, but it's just. I don't know. It's just really weird, because then that conversation is talking about an event that happened even before that, because she's like, "Oh, you did this," and he's like, "Yes, I did. I aggressed." Or
he's like, "Yeah." It sounded more to me like he was like, "Yeah, okay, let's get past this. I aggressed. I didn't not gonna tell you exactly what I did." She said, "Well, you did this, you did this." She said, "Yes, I aggressed," because he didn't want to argue about the whole thing about it. But it once again, it's a tidbit of a conversation without the context. It's really hard for me to understand what the hell's going on, and then. You're taping me without my knowledge and all this stuff. None of that matters to anyone else because that they're doing this stuff and they've had this information obviously for months. Why would they drop it right now? Magazine Dream comes up Friday.
Yeah. And also, so the Coretta Scott King came out, right? And people were digging him for that. If you had to pick to go after somebody like, hey, he wanted the Coretta Scott King comment or he, the strangled me. Which one is gonna help your case more? I mean, what? So
but it's about assassinating character.
Yeah, I think so at this point.
And it's about the timing. I mean, the timing is too like right in your face.
Yep.
Like literally, Jonathan Majors, we hear the reports that he was like, "Yeah, I talked to someone, not DC or Marvel, about being a superhero movie." The next minute, they drop something like that. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me, man. If you don't think the world is against some people, then
And don't forget, all her families are lawyers. Her parents, lawyers, her siblings. Like she's the black sheep of the family with being into like movies or dance or whatever she's into. In Hollywood, everyone else they're lawyers. She's in a family of lawyers. So knowing what to say, how to say it, what to not say, I think is a bigger deal. So
knowing how to tape it, and then and set people up for certain things, and then. All these outlets that are doing it, that are saying this stuff, are the same outlets that have been, were bad mouthing before, and they're just trying to say, "I told you." I'm just like, man.
Although I read CNN, I think CNN had a good take because CNN just reported on the Rolling Stone article, and they said, this is what the Rolling Stone article said, blah blah blah, and then it said it reached out to all the parties, it reached out to Jonathan Majors, it reached out to Grace, and it reached out to Rolling Stone. And it said CNN cannot confirm the legitimacy of this news. So CNN came out and said, like, we don't know if this is real or not. So and it just happened. So I'm kind of curious to see what everyone says. But I mean,
but it doesn't even have to.
That beating up.
But they don't even have to. All thing you have to do is try to hurt the sales of the numbers for this movie coming out this weekend. All you have to do is put out information, try to hurt the sales. Yeah. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, Ty, I mean, ultimately it's about you, and if people are coming after you like that, I don't know how much you want to defend yourself at this point, for defending somebody else. But yeah, don't listen to him, man. People on the internet are dickheads anyway. Especially on Twitter nowadays. That's why I hate Twitter. It got a bazillion times worse. But also, like, at the same point, it's like you defend somebody, fine, you do your thing. If you're proven wrong, then you're like, shit, you know what? I backed the wrong horse. I don't think that's the case with this Jonathan Majors thing, but also it's like, like that shouldn't be a big deal. That shouldn't be like, oh, hey, go off yourself because you said blah blah blah. It's like, hey, well, I'm wrong. But
I don't think this is even new information.
I don't think it's that new because it's all came around that time. But I'm just trying to say, man, don't let it get to you like that, man.
Seriously.
Yeah. If you need to log off for a few days, man, log off for a few days on Twitter. You need to block people. Fuck it, man. I got so many people blocked. So, do what you got to do to keep you sane. You know what I mean? Like whether because I know like Jonathan Majors, it does have an impact on a lot of people, but at the end of the day, like him going to jail or not going to jail or him being innocent, not innocent isn't going to affect like you on a day-to-day basis too much. You know what I mean? Because if people are saying go off yourself, then that's unacceptable. for anything, whether you be right or wrong, so.
I mean, if you do your research and you feel and that you're holding your for with your own opinions, that's fine. People do that all the time. So you know what? Don't listen to anyone else. I mean, you want to pay attention to the truth. Truth is what matters. All the other crap doesn't matter anything. The truth is, stuff does happen. People are always accused of something. People do things that are shady, and then whatever. So if your whole point is that people do shady stuff and you can't always trust what you're hearing, what you're seeing, because they're going to frame it that way, then you're right. It's still no matter what, you're right, and then that's fine what you believe. So do what you're gonna do. Don't worry about anyone else. I don't care what anyone else says. Yeah. I'm just talking about what facts I'm talking about. I'm not talking about even my opinion. I'm just like, these are facts that actually have happened. Whatever else, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah. And it's also, these are the same people that if they're proven wrong or when they're proven wrong,
they just get quiet and
they just stay quiet. They don't, and then you're supposed to be the bigger person. Like, don't go after them. Like, nah, like it's, but you do you, man, what you got to do to be mentally healthy. You know what I mean? Especially online. It's always the moral righteous group sending the death threats to. Yeah, exactly.
But you don't want to be honest about what you don't want to even talk about it.
You say like, I don't hit women. Hey, you go out, off yourself. Like okay, And but Mama Bear said people tell her to do that all the time because she's a Snyder fan, which is wild. It's so messed up.
What? Like, doesn't make any sense at all.
You know what?
What the hell?
I believe you, Mama Bear, because listen, I can have my disagreements with Snyder and Batman vs Superman. At the end of the day, it's a fucking movie. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Movie.
Like we can have arguments back and forth, disagreements, whether we agree or not. It's a movie. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not gonna like attach my personality to like defending or attacking.
Exactly.
So that's wild, man.
You're stupid. If you want to tell me to go kill myself,
kill myself just because I don't like a film director.
Yeah, I'm probably not having a conversation with you.
They're doing it. They got bigger problems. They got bigger problems.
Yeah. Be right back. I want to get something to drink.
Okay. Yeah. Right. I know. I 100% believe you because I've seen it. Not with you, but I've seen it on Twitter.
It's for no reason.
The gun Cole is kind of crazy too. There's some people going after him hard, like just making up a bunch of shit, taking something small and then or a joke and then, but that's what everyone does. They take something that somebody said hyperbolically and then turn it into like, oh, see, it's like, no,
Have you heard any of the reports about Superman?
Yeah.
And all the people are like, it's gonna be terrible. I don't know if it's gonna be terrible. I don't know if it's gonna be good. It should be the same thing I've been saying since the beginning.
Yeah.
Let's just see what the fuck it is first before you even. It's terrible. It's gonna be jokey. It's gonna be. We don't know what it's gonna be. So how about you just shut the hell up? Let it happen. Some people are liking this. It's gonna be like any movie. People are gonna like it. Some people are gonna like it. Some people are not. And let's just wait to see what happens.
Yeah. But he's got guns. Got a lot of defenders. Like I'm a gun defender, I think, but I'm not to the point where I'm like, it's gonna be the greatest movie ever. I was like, there's a chance. There's a chance it could be complete dog trash. I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
I'm not a defender. I don't care about either way. I want to see it first. I'm not going to sit here and defend him or engage in hyperbolic like gestures about anything. I don't know. So why am I going to talk about something I'm not sure about? Let me just wait, see what it is, and then if it's great, hey, you did a wonderful job. That's a great job storytelling. Or if it's bad, I'm like, I don't like what your storyteller did. Till then, I'm not going to tell you nothing.
Yeah, the only thing that I have to go on with James Gunn is that I like the guy's work and I like how he's kind of talked about his approach so far. Anything and if you don't, if you're not on board with what Gunn's doing, that's fine. It's not like
I'm not sure I want a jokey Superman. I'm not sure I want it.
If that's what he does.
if that's what
It
he
might
does,
not even be what's going on.
It might not
Yeah.
even be what happens.
we can only wait it out to see.
Yeah.
You know,
Why would you hope for the beginning of a studio to go down? Why would you want it to not be good? I want it to be good. Like, we all should be fans of it being a great idea, a great movie, because we'll get a lot of stuff that'll come out of it.
Mm.
We should all be hoping that it gets that, but it might not. And if it doesn't, we're all lesser before it. I'm not going to hope, that it goes poorly. I'm going to hope that it does well. And if it doesn't do well, I'm going to tell you the truth. It wasn't a good job.
Yeah, pretty much. Let me give a quick shout out to everyone that's just coming in and said hi. No, I kind of skipped over because we were talking about other stuff. But we got Ace in the house.
What's up, Ace?
We got Maria,
thank you for coming in.
Fernando. Sheed. Ace. I think I already said Ace.
Yeah.
Where? I know Anzo's in here.
Anzo.
Yeah, and he's also talking about some of this. Mama Bear said 18 minutes ain't no record for going off topic for us. Not even close.
We didn't have a topic yet, so it wasn't off topic. It was just before topic.
Yeah. And then Tony's in the house. What's up,
what
Tony?
Up, Tony?
Tony.
Appreciate it, man.
Or the king. I feel like that's what he said, ladies and gentlemen, sport. He's doing the Will Smith kind of pose there. What's up, Tony? Man. And then I think Fernando said, I'm not a Snow White fan, but I think the movie is going to make a lot of money. Don't understand the flop concern. It's Snow White, a very beloved character. Yeah. I mean, it is a very beloved character. It's nostalgia. It's a classic character.
People are saying that we're talking about the best live action anything ever made.
That's wild.
That's like I'm in some people like, what?
Yeah.
That's a huge thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's good, once again,
yeah, I think as a whole, it'll make a good amount of money for Disney. It really, I think in the grand scheme, the naysayers, the people who are out for Rachel Zegler's neck for whatever she may have said. I don't even know what the hell she said, to be honest, but I think they're part of a pretty small demographic in the grand scheme of things when we're talking about the following that Snow White has overall. So I think
I will just say this though, B. There's no way Rachel Zegler or whatever looks better than Gal Gadot.
Oh no, absolutely not.
That doesn't even make sense to me. Like, who's the fairest of the all? Fairest?
Wasn't Gal Gadot a supermodel or a model?
Yes.
Yeah, I can
like Miss Universe.
I can buy all the other fantastical elements of Snow White, but yeah, Gal Gadot or Rachel Zegler being fairer than Gal Gadot.
I was like fairer as like you're a better referee. That's
especially with that unflattering bob they gave her in this movie.
Oh man, it looks so terrible.
The only way I would say that works. The only way I say this is where because she turned into like the hag or whatever, like the old, the old lady.
Maybe that's the only thing.
That's the actual version of her, and the pretty version of her is like the magical makeup kind of cover up.
If you
that would be the only thing I would say.
And then Gal Gadot, and you had to merge them into one and say, like, there's a 10 and a 0, and the 5. That 5 is still better than Rachel. So I don't know.
No. A lot of young men really do.
I'm sure
she's a lot of young men like.
I'm sure she's at best a 7, right? Gal Gadot on a range of 10 is a 12. So like,
I mean, she's up there. Right?
No, she's a 12. Like she is. That's something.
That's where the only way I would say it is that Gal Gadot, that look is like a magic cover up. That.
Then why are you asking? Then why are you asking who's the fairest of them all? Why are you even asking? Everyone's fairer than you. That doesn't make any sense. But I don't. Once again, a movie I haven't seen.
True.
Same thing with Snow White and the Huntsman. You want me to believe that Kristen Stewart is fairer than Charlize Theron?
Yeah, not in any world.
Like literally, that's the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people like Kristen Stewart though, but not Charlize Theron. Come on, man. the one who should really be what she's real life Wonder Woman, real life.
Yeah.
I agree, Tony. If she was thick, she'll be a 15 on the Ranger team.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That'll be it. I'll be like done.
That's all, man. All right, get back on track, or at least we're kind of caught up. So, do you think it's weird that James Gunn's face is in a lot of the promos?
Got producer all up in the videos.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing. I watch Electric State, Russo brother. He's in it again. You know what I mean? Like, bro, stop putting yourself in the movies.
Can't wait to us to talk about that.
Yeah. But yeah. So I mean, it's not out of the crazy ordinary. You know, I mean, Stephen King did it a lot too. You know.
Yeah, but it's weird because you're the head of the studio, not just a director, and then being in the, even when you really think about, you know, Creature Commandos and him being in every episode that the introducing
in the intro, I thought that was a little weird.
That's a little weird. So, you know, I don't know. No, I'm still hoping that all this stuff is going to be good, and that whatever is not good that they're getting rid of in the reshoots. And if it's not a stupendous movie, but it's just a good movie, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that too. You know, like I said, I enjoyed Creature Commandos, so I you know, I know that's kind of like the technical start of this universe. I liked it enough. I thought it was solid, but I think you know, from a broader scheme of things, Superman is really where things are gonna really kick off. That I don't know if that makes sense.
No, but that's what it is.
Oh yeah,
Superman makes $150 million. It does some type of Shazam number. That whole thing folds. The whole thing folds.
Yeah,
you don't waste $300 million and make 150 million. The whole thing folds. So it's big thing. It is a big it's a lot of weight on his shoulders, you know.
Yeah, because that's
the studio.
That's the character, you know. I know, like people like us and you know, our followers, you know, we know Creature Commandos, but we're kind of like a niche group in there. But everyone knows Superman.
You don't have to speak English. You go to the middle of of Tibet and be in the mountain. They'd be like Superman. They'd be like, yeah, they got the shirt on. Like, you know, just saying like it's that deep. You know, Creature Commandos. I mean, I have 3 Creature Commando comics.
And me, I haven't had any.
I don't have any.
I didn't really start reading up on them too much until James Gunn announced he was making this show, and then I started reading up on it for research.
Yeah, no, that's the 3 I have.
Yeah, like I like James Gunn as a director. You know, there's nothing like Guardians 3. I think is my favorite out of all his stuff. You know, but you know, I like Slither. I'm looking at his like Super was a lot of fun. You know, PG Porn was a little mini
crazy
kind of thing that was funny. Super was. I mean, it had Liv Tyler, Rainn Wilson was. It had a lot of like it was a weird one.
But can you see him doing too much comedy in Superman?
But all of his movies are
see him
goofy kind of comedy kind of stuff. So I get why people are saying it. Don't get me wrong. And if he does it's not a surprise.
Are people that have seen the movie, that have seen, you know, but it's only cuts of the movie, right? So like you don't know how they're cutting it.
I only heard executives watched it. That's what I heard so far.
It was Warner Brothers. It was Warner Brothers.
He has, from a writing standpoint, he has shown himself capable of
writing
writing kind of more. You know, he wrote the Dawn of the Dead remake, and I think the you know, the what little humor in that wasn't, you know, what you see in like say the Guardians movies or the Suicide Squad or Peacemaker. So it depends on I think he understands what he needs to do and how this needs to be different in tone from say Superman or say Guardians or Peacemaker. So
you say that, but they're saying the Warner Brothers people are the ones that kind of letting you to slip.
Also, I don't believe that shit. Josh Den and Nerds, I think he has a vendetta against James Gunn because that's the only.
Well, it's not just Josh
source,
that I've heard.
That's the only source I heard from was him.
No, I just heard John Campion talk
about the executives. I haven't watched John Campion in a while.
I haven't watched any of that.
You know, it was a clip, and I saw that. I was like, oh, okay, but it's not.
Yeah. Like that's why I was like, whenever Josh brings up James Gunn, I kind of tune out because I'm like, yeah, I don't want to hear what you say. You know, because it's usually talking trash anyway. Which I get, whatever. You know, like James Gunn called him out, and you know, maybe didn't like it. So
you said that though, yeah.
You know, so that's why I was like, yeah. But that's the clip I saw of him talking about it.
But there are also other people that say they loved it too. So that's the once again, you don't know what you're gonna get.
It's also executives. The executives have no idea what the fuck a movie is supposed to be. They're like, at least a critic understands, like, even if it's an artsy fartsy kind of thing, like they understand. Executives, all they see is like, is that gonna make me money? It was like, you know, so I never.
If
you know,
if the tone of the movie is going to be like Wonder Woman, the first one, then I'm down.
Oh,
if it's going to be like Wonder Woman, the second one, then I'm not. It's just like, but there's a thin line, so we just have to see.
Yeah, but the second one wasn't bad because it was goofy funny. It was bad because
it was just bad.
Bad, yeah.
So bad.
Such a bad.
Yeah, so I'm gonna skip around a little bit.
We gotta say hi to Deuce because first thing we say, Deuce, what's up? Thank you, thank you.
Deuce got. I don't know if you saw it on Saturday. You got your own clip now. Where you at?
I love it. You don't get it, Brad, but it's funny. It's trust me.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. We didn't touch it on Saturday. But yeah,
one more time, just for you. I can see the anger in his face. It's so funny. I enjoy it.
I need to get a little Deuce logo and put it on my Screaming Goat. Put it like what is those?
He's amazing. Oh man, you were amazing. Thank you so much again, Deuce. That was a great thing.
Yeah, but and then Deuce in the house. Appreciate Deuce.
Yeah, we need quality. Agreed.
We need quality. I saw this from Mama Bear. He goes, I'm a lifelong DC fan. I don't want DC to go bankrupt. Exactly. You know. And if this movie sucks,
it fails,
we're gonna be in a really, really bad spot. Yeah.
James Gunn, if they only make $150 million, DC will fold. They will start all over again.
Yeah.
So who wants that? Who the hell will want that?
So, as I said, I like Rachel Zegler, but Gal Gadot is my least favorite actress. She's not a good actress. She's a little bit better than when she first started. A little bit better, but yeah, she's not.
Talking about the way she's talking. What the hell y'all talking about? You missed the whole point. You're missing the whole point. This Gal Gadot.
Have you seen? There's a clip of her in every single movie, and she always line delivers this one like style of line, and it's exactly the same in every.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Wonder Woman, Death of the Nile, the Netflix one she was in with The Rock, like it's so bad.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna pretend like she's a good actress.
Who cares about that?
Better, but she's
I do kind of find it funny that with Wonder Woman, she couldn't drop her accent, so they had all the other Themyscirans have an accent in order to make her accent make sense.
I'm all with it.
I mean, and the accent is not it's not a horrible thing. I'm like,
it's not horrible.
It would make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all.
I mean,
none.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's gonna be in this movie, all the clips I've seen of her is like you only see just her face.
Mm-hmm.
Like she has this giant hat on and a big gown and stuff like that. So I was like,
I do like the idea of her playing the evil queen. It works for me.
You better have a fine ass Snow White, who's the fairest of them all. Fuck. What?
and that's no shade against Rachel Zegler. They just gave her they gave her a really bad haircut too.
Even with you could take Gal Gadot and you shave her hair off, it won't matter. She will still be look better. That's not the point. She could be bald. It won't matter. Like which one? No.
Well, we got dudes to go to OMGO. Knock it off. No, man. You're the go to the channel.
Goats.
Man.
You reach goat status.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Whoa! Wait, we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, no, I just rolled my.
Sorry, I had to look. I said no, that movie's gonna flop. Snow White. Cowboy Bebop LA was a travesty. Snow White will be in the same vein. Oh, the live action. Yeah, the Cowboy Bebop. I think if they continue with it might have gotten better, but why bother? At that point. But yes, I mean, I have no faith in Snow White, but hearing all these people saying like it's really good, like really threw me off. Like,
but really I will say this: they said the same thing about the Flash.
They were talking about that movie like it was the best thing since sliced bread.
It's the best superhero movie that we've ever had.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, take all these early reviews with a grain of salt. So Rachel was going on about Snow White as a girl boss, and she never liked Snow White. Yeah, I heard that she was never liked Snow White, but again, yeah, she's what 20.
She's a kid,
3, 4, whatever. Like the movie came out in the 40s. I think it came out in 1940.
Her grandmother wasn't alive when Snow White came out.
And if even if that's what she said, I'm not attached to
1937.
I'm not attached enough to Snow White to get butthurt about that. She's a kid saying kid things.
Yeah, but does that hurt the money? Yes, it does. Not bad mouth in the movie you just made. Yeah, you shouldn't. And are there people out there that love Snow White?
Yeah, and I get she could be a little more tactful about it, but like I said,
if Mama, let's say just for instance, Mama Bear loves Snow White.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that kind of disrespectful to her as someone who loves Snow White? Why would you say that?
Well, this is Mama Bear we're talking about, so we got to kind of.
No, but I'm just saying that as an example, as she's an example. If you're going to do it, you have people that do love this stuff. It's not me. I don't give two craps. But if someone does love it,
well, people love the dwarves, like Dopey, or I have a giant statue of Grumpy I'm trying to sell.
That was going to be a weird creative choice to omit the seven dwarfs.
They knew better.
That will probably kill the movie. Yeah. But my point is that you should respect people that do love it. That's what I'm saying. The respect,
which I get. I'm kind of talking in bias just because. I personally just have trouble.
It's got a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not the original. The original. Mm-hmm. 96 on Metacritic, 82 on Google.
Love it, right? If you like, she's not too princessy, she's not too much of anything. She did stuff like people love Snow White, and I just think that if anyone does, I will be upset if I'm a fan and then hear a bad mouth Mama. What I love, like, can you imagine them doing a Lion King remake, and then the person who played the Simba saying, "I really don't never like the original Lion King. I will burn this shit down. I will literally burn this shit down." Or someone playing T'Challa and then saying, "Well, I really never a fan of any of the comic books. Blow up their house. I will blow up their house. I will be there. They'll be like, who is it? I'll be sitting there with a can full of gas and a handful of matches, like,
and a stack full of comic books.
Well,
you pick.
He deserves it. That's what it will be. So, like, I understand people not liking what she's saying. I don't think that that's not tactful. And if you're doing that, you're probably wrong. You're trying to hurt yourself.
Yeah. The girl boss thing is weird. Like, Snow White is not a girl boss. Sorry. Gal Gadot ugly Richard Zegler's my see, and I know Ty's pretty young, so I think younger men
Gal Gadot ugly. No, there's nothing. No, comment. I love Ty. There's nothing about that comment. I almost blocked you. I almost blocked you.
Come out. How old is Gal Gadot?
Like 39.
Yeah, I would think she's probably my age. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly 39. Yeah. So
those words should never be in the first. So she's about my age. So those words should never be in the same sentence. Gal Gadot, ugly, should never be in a sentence together, unless it's before it's not.
It's not.
That's it.
Yeah. Let's see. Start with Severance with quality. A 10 out of 10. Oh yeah. So I'm thinking I got one. I don't know. I'm kind of falling behind again with it. This is the one that Gal Gadot looks like my butthole. It's like, get out of here, man. Even Mama Bear's like, you tripping, man.
Yeah, you tripping. Yeah, there's no way. Like, wait, that's nuts, man. Like, she is not my type. I'm not gonna say Gal Gadot is not my type personally. Yeah. But can I not recognize that beauty? I could definitely recognize beauty. You know, there's levels of beauty. There's things I find more attractive and stuff that I'm all about, but I'm not going to be not about that part. You know, You're still beautiful. You're still fine. You know, that's okay.
I think I know she was in like Maxim magazine. Yeah, she was doing like a lot of modeling stuff. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, if you're a model, it's like, I mean, you can't be ugly, right? Or at least be looking like a butthole.
Gal Gadot was Miss Israel in 2004. She represented Israel in the Miss Universe pageant that year.
There you go.
So, I kind of knew that. So,
yeah. That's what I thought she did the Miss Universe, but 2004.
Yeah.
And so she had to be young. She had to be like fucking 19.
She was my age, so yeah. So
yeah. They wrapped Gal and Reynolds wrap with the suit wings in Wonder Woman 2, and she still looked good.
I was like, man, I eat that biscuit. Let's go.
I was just about to type that the Flash was supposed to be the best ever. Yeah. When you talk about different things.
Yeah, they were talking about it like it was like just incredible.
The best comic book movie ever.
I just exactly. And it was far from it. What movie were you guys watching?
Yeah, it was.
They're counting their money.
Middle of the road.
They were counting their money when they said it was the best movie ever. 2 million, 3 million, greatest of all time.
Yeah. Well, no, wouldn't that be like the opposite of like Rachel? Rachel's like, I'm never a fan of this movie. Then you have the opposite of the people that are like, it's gonna be the best movie ever. You gotta go see it. It's gonna blow everything else out of the water. It's like, listen, trying to oversell like your, trash pile.
Oh, I got this wonderful property in Swampland. Come and see it. It's the greatest thing ever. Like, yeah. All
right. Dude said, Aladdin live action, Beauty and the Beast live action. We'll see it. I enjoyed Aladdin live action though.
I think it was good too.
I enjoyed it.
I liked the Aladdin live
and
action.
that made $1 billion, right? I think Aladdin.
Yeah, I think it did. I mean, Will Smith. I mean, no matter what you think of him, he's entertaining. He's entertaining.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the problem with the movie because I thought Genie looked like trash in the trailers. In the movie, he looked awesome.
Mm-hmm. I thought that Will Smith was really the standout of it because he didn't try to emulate Robin Williams. He made out his own. Mm-hmm. It worked. I really enjoyed his take on the character. I'd say I liked Aladdin. I liked the Jungle Book remake, and
Jungle Book remake was really good. That was really good.
And I liked I don't know how much this counts, but I did like the remake of Pete's Dragon. I thought that was pretty solid.
I don't think that's. I agree, but I don't know if that's on the same level. I don't know.
But
is there anything else? I feel like there's something else that we're missing. I really do feel like that.
a live action one.
Because I know Jungle Book. I mean, Brandon said that that one was really good.
Yeah, that one's one of the best ones.
The Beauty and the Beast remake I thought was just okay.
I didn't like it.
The only things I really liked about it, I liked Luke Evans as Gaston, and I liked Dan Stevens as the Beast. But Emma Watson didn't really sell me very much as Belle, because I just kept seeing Hermione, and then they just kept they you know, the auto tune that in her singing voice just would have put T-Pain to shame.
Yeah. Wow. I'm looking at, they did Alice in Wonderland, 101 Dalmatians live, Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast, Christopher Robin, Dumbo, Aladdin, Lion King, they did Lady and Tramp live action?
Yeah, it was on Disney Plus.
Oh. Peter Pan and Wendy. Oh, Peter Pan and Wendy was trash.
Peter Pan, I expected more from that, because it was from the director of the Pete's Dragon remake.
Wasn't Cinderella one a remake?
Cinderella was actually, I think, was like, Cinderella.
They've done it like so many times, right? You've had it multiple times.
Yeah, I think it was the one that like really kicked off the string of live action the string of consecutive live action remakes. Because after that it was Jungle Book. After that it was Pete's Dragon. After that it was Beauty and the Beast.
We're like,
then I think
100 comments below.
I know we're so far.
I'm like, guys,
I'm gonna have to skip around a little bit.
Like, what are we doing, guys?
I know. Let's see. We got T in the house. What's up, T? Let's see, I'm gonna skip around. And then Ty said, because Ty said the gal's too tall, and then Tony's like, climbing trees are fun.
And she's not that tall.
Thank you.
Really not.
Thank you.
She's like 5'9".
Yeah. Sell that grump before this movie releases. Oh, that's what I'm doing. It's a big Jim Shore artist who's like a big Disney artist. Brand new, the thing was like $1,200. I did not pay $1,200 for it. So I'm probably gonna sell it. Probably make like $600 off of it. So, but it is cool. Like 2 feet tall. Like it is pretty cool. Like if it doesn't sell and I have to keep it, it's not like the worst thing ever either. So it is pretty cool though.
I'll be in my background, like
yeah.
That'll be my background.
So I know. So Mama Bear, I saw this. So the dwarf thing is because of Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Was it because he said why we are getting dwarfs or we didn't get dwarfs? Because I think he came out and talked about it recently, and he's like, I didn't say anything bad about not having dwarfs, because I wasn't sure. And then I think one of the last times we talked about Snow White, I went up looking it up because Peter Dinklage is in the new Toxic Avenger movie, so I was kind of like curious to see what he thought about it.
It was just the IndieWire had said that he said that the 7 dwarfs were an insult. I think that was the whole thing.
Yeah. I know a lot of other little people are like upset. They're like,
you took jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not, but she got no butt.
I mean, it was fine. If you're skinny, sometimes that's just how it works, bro. 98 pounds is not going to have a lot. Never mind. That's how things work. If she was, as I said, she was a thick, she would be 15. She'll be a 15.
Dude said, we can all agree even Mama Bear could be a better Wonder Woman. Could be Wonder Woman. There you go, Mama Bear. You got Mama Bear.
Probably. But the thing about Wonder Woman, I have no problem with a lot of the stuff. I think Wonder Woman, the first movie was great, so I have no issues with anything. And her acting prowess didn't ruin the movie for me either. So, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Talking about Grace Jones in the comments. Jeez, we got a whole big side rant about attractive women. Gal Gadot had no business playing Wonder Woman when they took casts of. They could have cast a more experienced actress. I agree.
Wonder Woman was the best movie of all the DC movies. Like,
But
Why
it wasn't
hating
better.
on
It wasn't good because of Gal Gadot. Like
It wasn't ruined
could
by
have
it,
been
though, right?
a purpose. It could
It
have been
was
a better movie if you had a better actress. I agree with that.
really. I don't
Yes,
know. It was
100%.
a great movie. It was the best movie that came out. Like
Because everyone did the heavy lifting around Gal Gadot.
Yeah,
Everyone
I thought
I
if
think she did
anything,
fine.
yeah, I thought she did
Okay.
fine. She was
I don't know what
passable.
you guys are talking about.
But that's what
She
she
was-
did. Okay, you could have got something better.
She was passable. When the writing and the actors around her,
Mm-hmm.
when the writing was on her side, and I think the actors around her really shined as well.
The cinematography I thought was great.
The first one was great.
The music
Absolutely.
was great. But
She
everything about
was
this movie was
good
great.
too. She
was
looked
okay.
the part. Like
Yeah,
it was fine.
She didn't look the part.
There was
She-
nothing.
She
Well,
never looked the part.
I don't think.
Mhm.
So let me get my Wonder Woman comic book, the
Yeah.
first one. That
I thought
she does look like it.
I thought she was fine. Even in the like in the Snyder cut of Justice League, I thought she was fine too.
Mm.
The worst thing that I can say about her is that she was she was fine. She was passable. But
Yeah, she wasn't horrible by any means.
yeah, I think the only
It was fine.
Mhm.
Like literally the comic, the costume, all of it. Like this is really like this.
Oh, the costume was awesome.
The costume was awesome.
She,
yeah.
I mean, besides her, it doesn't make one of them being white woman doesn't even make sense.
It's
So
not
like
even
it
that.
doesn't.
She was just way too skinny, like Anzo was saying. She's just too skinny.
Yeah, I think the only times things.
Correct.
Mhm. I think the only time that things really went south for her was Wonder Woman 84, and I can't, she was just working with the content she was saddled with.
Mhm.
I don't think she was.
They
the
forced
problem.
her. They like you said that she was saddled with it. They forced her to do more of the lifting. Can't do it.
I don't think it was that. I think that writing was.
I mean, it
atrocious.
was not good.
It was
not
atrocious, and they like did the R word to a dude.
Yeah.
And it didn't make any. It was a horrible movie.
Yeah,
Don't try to saddle that with her. That was
there
done.
There were multiple factors that just it's too bad because it was the complete opposite of the first movie.
Exact opposite of the first movie. Exactly.
And I was kind of interested because I kind of liked the idea of them kind of still going retro with it, and we kind of learn a little bit more about her history through the decades. The 80s setting had me really interested. It could have been cool. It's just who approved that script?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who was Wonder Woman in that movie.
Like that one,
it was going to suck, and
Yeah.
she that tells me that she's not the problem in this situation. Like it's like me still harping about Green Lantern and say, "Oh, he's going to be the problem." No, at this point, it doesn't matter. That's not the issue. If it's good quality writing and they do a good job of the show, it's going to be fine.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And
It could have been better.
I could have liked it.
better.
Liked it more. I don't know if it's better,
better actress.
or would it just made me happier. I don't know if it would have been better.
No, I think having a better actress would make it better.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that you put in Charlize Theron would have made it better. I don't know.
Ooh, 100%.
I don't know. Okay.
I
I'm just going to tell you okay, but I don't know. So
you're saying Charlize Theron and Gal Gadot are on the same level acting wise?
No, but I'm saying the movie itself, I enjoyed it like to a point of a 9. Is Charlize Theron going to make it a 10? Like, so I don't know. Like, that's my point. It's not. So, like, what am I saying? If it's a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, is it going to make it a 100%? Is it? It's just like what are you saying? I don't know. Yes, it's a good movie. So,
oh yeah.
So I don't know.
That's why I was like, is there an actor that could have? Because I agree, it's probably like a 9 for me as well. But
So
is there an actor that could have made it a 10?
No, there's never been a 10 movie. Actors that would have made it a 9.1 is that worth it then? What are we talking about then? Right?
All right, we gotta go. We gotta keep going, man.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
Gal Gadot for fucking way too long.
Yeah.
Care about it. Gal Gadot was coming off Fast and Furious. She was hot. I mean, that's her thing. She's Alexander Daddario. Pretty privilege.
I think she's better than Alexandra Daddario. I think she looks better than her. But Alexandra has one thing that she does not have, or two things that she does not have.
Acting wise, I think they're on the same level.
I think Alexandra's probably better. She's
slightly,
yeah,
a little bit better. But
I've seen good performances out of her. You know,
what?
True Detective. I like her on that.
She was barely in it, and the parts that you did like, she was talking. Just saying.
Keep going. Keep going. Comments. That was.
Just saying. There's a reason to watch the first season of True Detective.
There's two.
And it's not Matthew McConaughey and what's his name? Oh man. All right. We're talking about a little bit of the live action. That will bring us into something else real quick. So I know T said he's never seen Aladdin. I would recommend seeing Aladdin. I think it's pretty good. Never watched any of those. Aladdin was pretty fun, especially if you have your kids. I think they'll enjoy Aladdin. Yeah. Never been a fan of the Disney Vault classics. Oh man.
There's a reason why a lot of people like that look like me won't be a fan of Disney.
There's
a lot. There's a reason.
Yeah. But I think Lion King went into the vault.
But it's not classic. It's 1995, 1994. Like it's not
30 years ago. That's classic.
Yeah, but I'm saying the vault. When you think about, you're talking about Cinderella. The ones that came out in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, 70s.
The original. Kind of
what sounds of the South? Like they don't
those are in the vault.
Man. Those are in the vault. So that's why you talking about
Sound of the South plastic. Better not be in the vault. They burned that shit.
Dude, they loved it for a long time. It was a huge movie, and I'm just saying those are the ones that we're not talking about Disney classics. We're not talking about the ones that came out in the 90s. These usually the ones before that.
Yeah,
the ones that are the 60s.
I'm looking at all the main features that are in the vault: Snow White, Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo, Bambi, Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, Lady and the Tramp, Sleeping Beauty, 101 Dalmatians, Jungle Book, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and Lion King.
So, but now those last three are the 90, 92 on.
Yeah, 91, 92, 94. And everything else was one in the 89. So from 89, 91, 92, 94. Before that, it was
everything else is 60s
and older. Yeah.
Exactly. And those were the vault. There was no 90, 89. They put those in recently.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what the vault was when I was
growing up. No, when we were growing up,
there's no
the Jungle Book would have been.
But there was a vault.
Yeah. Jungle Book would have been like the vault.
There was a vault. It just was not. Yeah.
But here we go. Tony said Lilo and Stitch is robbing the box office this summer. I think they're gonna do really well.
Me too.
I think it's gonna do. Although I found out a lot of people were pissed off about Nani.
Yeah, but that's been for a long time now.
Yeah, that's been for a minute. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So. But I think overall, I think people are pretty okay with it. Where we at? That's ain't everything.
It is. It's not everything, but it matters.
Yeah. I doubt it. She ain't making Cypher any better. Cypher, no matter how many times they put her in the damn movie, Cypher's still a stupid ass character.
It's what he said. I mean, it's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Like she was the perfect person at the perfect time. It was a perfect thing. Now, if we did it now, you probably find someone better. There's a lot of people that I would love to be Wonder Woman right now.
Oh hell yeah! Mm-hmm. I know one is from Shazam.
Oh my God! Yes,
she has a big campaign pushing her.
Let's do it. Look, I'm telling we need it. We need
Grace.
What's her name?
Yeah, I always forget her name. Her full name.
Caroline Curry or something like that. Grace Curry.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Well, dude, she's my God. Yeah. Let her be Snow White. I'll watch that.
Yeah, but there's a big push for her. Like there's a lot of people asking for her, and she recently talked about it. So she's like, I won't say no. pretty much that's what she said. So,
dude,
I like her.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. She could be Wonder Woman. She could be Snow White. She could be anything. I'll watch all those movies.
And she was in that movie Fall.
Yeah,
where they climb up that tower and they drop her in. What's her? I forgot what the other girl's name was.
I remember the character's name was Hunter. I forgot the actress's name.
Though. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, them two together, which was most of the movie, like it wasn't bad. I thought it was gonna be so stupid from the trailer. Like this is gonna be the dumbest fucking movie, and it wasn't. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. So, we got Sully in the house. What's up, Sully?
What up,
Everyone,
Sully?
stop what you're doing. The Spoiler Kings are on. Appreciate it.
We just went through like 1,000 comments. That's great.
Oh man, I gotta.
It's funny because they're all about the same stuff. So like they're all saying something weird. Yeah, I agree with all of them.
Yeah. The side note, love Brandon's shirt, St. Patty's Day shirt. Yep.
Today's St. Patrick's Day, so it makes sense.
Today's St. Patrick's Day. Just for the occasion.
Should have left all your party stuff up. Or was it just?
I still have it.
It's still up there. I see it.
Yeah,
I still have it up.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't see my banner. The glare from in here is kind of.
Nah.
It's on the wall out there.
Wait, at the end of the show, bring it out. Put it right behind you. Fernando said Emily Blunt should have played Wonder Woman.
She was supposed to be Black Widow.
Was she?
She was. Yep.
I did not know that.
She had the part.
Wow.
And she had to back out. For the most bullshit reason. She was already contractually obligated to Jack Black's Gulliver's Travels, and she had to back out. That cost.
There's something else she had to miss out on because she was doing
she's had to miss out a few things because wasn't she like she was pregnant for 2 of them, and then she had to drop out a couple of things. I mean, but she's 5'6", 6.5", 5'7". She's not an Amazon.
Yeah, she's a really good actress for sure. But yeah,
is she a better actress than John Krasinski as a director? Not actor.
Oh, as a director? I was as an actor, yes, 100%. As a director, I don't know. That's close because John, maybe I would say yes, she is barely. But I think if John does one or two really good, yeah, it's really close.
It's really close. I think
at the end of their lives, at the end of their careers, John's gonna be a way better director than she is an actress.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't think he has enough under his belt. But
I don't know. Everything he's done has been like 10s.
Yeah, it's really good. Man.
I don't know.
Yeah. Said Dario's better than Gal Gadot acting wise. She proves that season 1 White Lotus easily. Oh, that's right. She wasn't White Lotus.
She wasn't White Lotus. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that one.
I think I agree. The Darius is better than Gal Gadot.
Yeah,
that's not a question.
No more Emily Blunt. So Fantasia is a reason enough for black people to not like it.
Yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah.
Basically anything that you watch on Disney Plus and it plays that little warning in the front of it. Mm-hmm. That's the sign.
Yeah.
There was a vault, and they only released those movies every 5 years. So yeah, back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah. Not anymore though. That's kind of weird. Disney was such like a big event. Everything was a big event for Disney, and now it's kind of I think streaming took that a lot.
That's my point of what's a vault and what's not a vault movie. Don't tell me Lion King's in the vault. I could go buy Lion King every day.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that Aladdin's in the vault. I can go buy Aladdin tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like I can go to Walmart right now and go get Beauty Beast, Aladdin, and Lion King.
Yeah. I mean, you can go on Disney Plus right now and watch it. And I think that's why like streaming
is it
an open
vault?
All that. Well, yeah. That's why there's nothing since the Lion King that's been put into the vault. So. Because I would does Pixar count?
That's what I'm saying. What about Pixar stuff? Because you got Finding Nemo, which is amazing.
Toy Story.
Toy Story is like the greatest.
Yeah. So
3 movies, greatest 3 movies back to back to back.
Yeah, but I get why like you have to get rid of the vault because people want to see these things. But if you're creating a demand for it, people are not going to care. Especially in a time as Netflix started becoming a thing, the Red Box started becoming a thing. So people are like, I want a movie right now. Times change. That's why they don't talk about the vault anymore.
Mhm.
It's not a thing.
That's
for
what
Disney anymore.
Vault.
Yeah, you barely hear about it.
Yeah. Growing up, that was like the thing, like released from the vault this year. It's like
but now,
see it.
Now
It's like no. Oh man, I think we're pretty much caught up.
Leave my hat alone, Mama Bear. If you keep talking about my hat and bad mouthing my hat, I'm gonna go put it on out of spite. You back up off my hat. You back up off it.
Wait. What'd you say about the hat?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I'm not just a fan of the hat.
You leave my hat alone. You leave it alone.
The hat stays off.
I'll go get it.
These are important.
I'll go put it on.
Have it blink. The high seas are important. Wait, what? Am I missing them? Oh, is that from a movie, right? Yeah. I'm not looking for Fantasia.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into some of our stuff. That vault could happen now. Yeah, because of pirating. Yeah.
Well, I don't think that is that even an issue. I just think that because you still sell it even right now at Walmart, I could go and they have Disney Vault movies, and then like there's Toy Stories in that vault movies right now. Finding Nemo is in that vault, those vault movies right now in Walmart. They're there. Like so, let's see what else is there. Moana's in there.
I saw Snow White up. They had like a remastered, not a 4K, but Blu-ray remastered like Snow White. So, but like you said, just can't do it in today's world. You can't. If you want to compete against these other companies, you got to bring out those old classics that all those like crazy Disney people love. So,
here's one: Disney Vault DVD, Swiss Family Robinson.
Yeah. That's really big right now. That's really big right now because they're getting rid of the Swiss Family Robinson Island or whatever, or Tom Sawyer Island, whatever. They're getting rid of somebody Swiss Family Robinson in Disney World. They're getting rid of it. So they're getting the movie is kind of everyone's starting to love it again. I was like, all the times how many times have you ever been to that island, Brian? Because I know you've gone to Disney a few times.
I have been there once.
Have you? Like
I've been there once. And I was, and you know what it was? Who was there? Nobody.
Yes, exactly. Although right now, I'm sure that everyone's like, "Oh, I gotta go one last time." I was like, "What are you talking about? It's like your last
last time.
It's like
first time's your last time, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, they're tearing it down to be Cars. It's gonna be a Cars area world.
Hey, that means people actually go see it.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! And the ride looks awesome. So oh man. It said high seas, you can get everything. F that vault. F that vault. Yeah. All right. Oh man. For the record, but I don't like it.
You leave my hat alone.
She still says cute on you.
You leave it alone.
I think I will ever watch. Yeah.
Watch again. Yeah, the Swiss Family Robinson. Yeah.
If it was on, if you're watching a movie and you're going through it, right, and you see something on the screen and you stop, it belongs in the vault. If you won't stop, then it doesn't belong with the vault.
Yep, I agree with that.
mean, that's pretty much that should be your criteria.
I agree with that. So we were going through, which is like going through the thumbnails in Disney Plus, and trying to find something new for my son because he just constantly wants to watch fucking the same movie over. So like, please, something else. So for whatever reason, he picked Beauty and the Beast. So we wind up watching it, and I have the digital copy, so we watched it there instead of Disney Plus because it's a little bit of a better quality. It looked gorgeous, man. I do miss that old animation style, the actual animation, not the CGI stuff. It looked so good, and my son was just hooked on it, and he saw the Beast for the first time, and it scared the shit out of him. He comes oh man, he come running because we were doing something at the table, and he was watching, and the Beast, growled or whatever. He comes up and comes running by us. He's like, oh, he's like, I forgot what he said, but it was like, what? I was like,
I will say this: my 8-year-old still is afraid of the Beast.
Yeah, he's fucking scary. Yeah. But it was cute. I never thought about it. Like, I
always ask her, I was like, who will win, the Beast or me? Why you worry about a Beast? I got him. But if you're not there?
That's a good question.
Stop coming up with good ass questions. What's wrong with you? I'm not saying go be good with it.
Yeah. But like you said, like you just kind of go through. He picked it, and now he wanted to watch again. I was like, oh fuck, what do we do? Because my girlfriend's not the biggest fan of Beauty and the Beast.
No, okay.
They're like, but I think he likes the Beast. I like Gaston because he's a fucking dickhead.
Nobody, what is it? No one,
like anything like Gaston.
Like Gaston under,
yeah. Well, every time I go to Disney World, I go to the Gaston's Tavern. They used to have like a pork shank, which was so fucking good, and they got rid of it. So now it's like a cinnamon donut. I was like,
yeah, but I eat the turkey leg.
Yeah. But the pork shank was like so good. It had the bone in it still. It was like $7. It was a big ass piece of meat. Just good.
Does not sound healthy.
No. It was probably fried too. Where I had it, Ty, and I missed it because you said it was a Jeff Snyder kind of thing, right? Where is it? I had it and I moved my mouse and everything scrolled down. There we go. There you go. Jeff Snyder just said Darren Aronofsky, whatever, is in talks to direct the new Cujo movie.
And they're talking about the Cujo. I saw that it was he's gonna be it's gonna be animatronic, right?
Like really? Like for the making of the movie or in the plot?
Yeah, for the making of the movie, not in the plot.
Yeah. Well, that would be cool if they do practical effects and not a CGI dog like I'd be fearing. Yeah.
Oh no, I think actually, hold on, let me look at it because it might be actually the actual dog in the movie is a robot.
Really?
So they're gonna make it.
It's gonna be a Netflix movie though.
They're gonna go the route of the Child's Play remake, basically. AI gone wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I think that as someone who hates movies where bad things happen to dogs, I'd be okay with that. if it's not a real dog, I might be able to stomach that a little more. I remember being a little upset by the original Cujo.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I just don't do good with dog violence. So.
Me too.
Oh yeah, the dog's gonna be a robot Cujo, and then each letter. The U and the J, I don't know.
Usually I'd be like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But
yeah,
this is a dog we're talking about, so.
Dogs have a special place in my heart. So
same.
Say I'm mad at the people that allowed him to get rabies. It's your fault. You should get bitten. You should be destroyed. It's your fault.
Let him, moral spirit. You are lucky.
You're lucky. Okay, here you go. No one's slick as Gaston. No one's quick as Gaston. No one's neck is incredibly as thick as Gaston. For the man, no man in the town is so manly, perfect, pure paragon. Okay, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah. Although, like, out of the Beauty and the Beast live action, the Gaston song was the best one, I think, out of all the songs.
I I liked the Gaston song.
Yeah.
I
just didn't like Orlando. Was it Orlando Bloom or
Luke Evans?
Luke Evans. Same thing.
From an acting
Same guy.
right?
They look
From an acting standpoint, I liked him. I think honestly, like if they were going for like, you know, like manly man Gaston, like Henry Cavill was right there.
We can't just use Henry Cavill
Just
all the time.
Big muscles, boom, Henry Cavill. Yeah. I mean, they should have get like I think, or did they give him like a Homelander kind of suit with, you know, with the fake muscles and shit?
No, they didn't give him a Homelander suit.
No.
I think they kind of changed his backstory a little bit, where he was like a war veteran.
No.
Hang on.
Yeah, unplugged it.
Don't know what happened. Hang on.
Oh, excuse me.
Hang on. I'll fix it.
If you see some crows talking away, he goes into the phone.
Oh, exactly. Oh man, don't talk about those crows. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
So that Luca, who's that? Canadino is supposed to direct Sergeant. Yeah, the Sergeant Rock, which is odd to me. Also, wasn't the bear? Why am I thinking of the main actor?
Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah. That he might be like the lead in that movie too.
Well, based on what I was reading earlier today, now they're saying, excuse me, now they're saying they're considering.
Now they're considering who?
Colin Farrell.
I don't like any of this crap. All right, whatever. I'm gonna let you guys talk about that. But I don't.
Hang on,
I mean, he's. I mean, obviously, he's a good actor with the Penguin.
He's a great actor. That's not the question.
The Sergeant Rock is just being so out there and weird.
What up, Kenny?
Oh yeah. When Brandman gets everything situated, we'll get going on some of the reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the guys I'm streaming with tomorrow knows what it stands for.
I have no idea. I was looking it up. I still don't know.
Yeah, let us know. Who or drop it in the chat where you're going to be streaming at.
Yeah, we'll definitely come on and support.
Maybe should support. Look, is Orlando's Bloom older
broker
brother? I always get them confused because they look so alike.
So we can't get
pretty much alike.
We can't get Orlando Bloom. Let's go get Luke Evans.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Kenny said just got home from Black Bag. Had a good time with it.
That's awesome. Okay,
that's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing.
It's a Steven Soderbergh movie. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah. I was trying to go see it this weekend, but that wasn't happening.
There's a lot of movies to try to see, man.
Yep, I saw 3 this weekend, which is not bad. So when the Novocaine, Electric State, right? Yeah, Electric State was Netflix, and then the Looney Tunes movie.
I didn't hate anything, but I can't wait else to talk about it.
Yeah. There we go. Which one? Oh, Kingdom of Nerds
tomorrow. Okay, Kingdom of Nerds.
But anybody in chat, go support Mama Bear Kingdom of Nerds. And the Kingdom of Nerds is actually a pretty fun channel, especially with the panel, because you guys got a lot of people in there at times. So yeah, definitely go check out them. All right. we got Orlando Bloom at home when it points to Luke Evans.
It's great value. We got great value Orlando Bloom right here, guys.
That's funny. There's one movie where Orlando Bloom and Luke Evans are brothers. Oh my god, just do Step Brothers with them too. Just be or just do the deep fake with the faces. Have you guys seen it's Step Brothers, but it's Arnold and Stallone with the deep fake? It's so good.
I haven't seen
the voices. Oh yeah, it's good.
I don't think we understand half this stuff. Can you imagine Arnold singing
Boats and Hoes?
No, at the Kelly and Wine mixer.
Yeah,
Kelly and Wine mixer. I can't wait.
Oh, I don't have.
I have.
Yeah.
The chopper. There's no chopper here. What are you even talking about?
Actually, it's a Catalina wine mixer. It's all choppers.
It is. Get to the chopper.
Which
No.
one? That would. Man, but it is out there. Look it up, like Arnold and Stallone, Step Brothers. Yeah, it's the bedroom scene where they're like, "Do we just become best friends?" You know, it's that scene. But yeah, it is funny. That's funny. The Catalina wine mixer thing. All right, let's get, y'all could
probably get Blue reach out. He said, "Well, not now."
Yeah, right.
So he just did Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Here you go. Kane saw Black Bag. Oh, I wanted to see Opus 2, Novocaine, and half of Electric State.
So it took me a while to get into Electric State, but once I got it, because I was tired, and so it just wasn't good.
About 30 minutes in. I'm gonna mark that so when we get into it, we do it.
I said it to you guys, right? I was like, man, I tried watching that 2 times. I had to watch it. I had to watch it today. But once I got in,
yeah, once it got going, it got going. It took a while to get going. Yeah. All right. You want to talk about Electric State?
Yeah, we can talk about it right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fucking hiccups. I have a background for it.
It doesn't deserve a background. I don't know about that.
It's easier to edit. All right, let's talk about this movie. Oh, let me get you getting the synopsis up real quick.
Always.
All right, let me get the cast. I mean, it's not that well. Actually, there is a huge fucking cast for this movie. Although, who was Herman? Because I saw on like IMDb, it's like Anthony Mackie. I'm like, that's not Anthony Mackie, is it?
I'm not sure.
I think he was one of the robots.
Because I think Herman is wasn't that Chris Pratt's friend, wasn't it?
The one he loved more than a friend.
Yeah. I
was like, so what the hell does that mean?
Exactly.
So it was Anthony Mackie for real? IMDb saying it's Anthony Mackie. That did not sound like no Anthony Mackie.
So I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm like, it didn't even with the auto tone kind of thing. What was his name? It was like Herman, wasn't it?
It's Herman.
I mean, IMDb has that, which I'm like, that's wild.
It has to be right, man, because I just saw 2 other ones that said it's Herman. He's Herman.
Yeah. I mean, I should have checked the credits, but forgot. Yeah. And so he said, "Yep, it was Anthony Mackie. They altered his voice. You can tell in the cadence." Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
And now we know how they spent $300 million making this movie.
Yeah. And doing AI voices. Sorry, I haven't been in a lot of live streams. I'm usually really behind in series. I try to avoid spoilers. That's really the only reason. I started Paradise this weekend. Yes, I'm on episode 6 of Paradise. So
I've watched it multiple times. So
I gotta watch it with my wife because me and her are both into it. So we only get select nights to watch stuff together. So
what can stop you from watching a movie?
But we get it, Kenny. You're busy, man. It happens. And then we're degenerates, so we're always watching like the newest show, usually like the day it comes out.
Yep.
For the most part. So yep. But cool. All right, let's talk about Electric State. Let's go. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer. I am with Brian the Grizzly, and we're here to talk about the new Netflix Ruso brothers film, The Electric State. So like I said, on Netflix, you got main characters Chris Pratt and 11, what Millie Bobby Brown is in it, and then a bunch of voice actors for all the robots. Else. Yeah, and we'll get into it because they go. Was it Stanley Tucci? Wasn't he the main bad guy? Yeah, Stanley Tucci's the main bad guy, pretty much. But yeah, But so we're gonna get into our rating at the end, our likes, our dislikes. Before we do that, Brian, you got to run down what this movie's about.
Real quick one. He said an orphan teen hits the road with a mysterious robot to find her long lost brother, teaming up with a smuggler and his wisecracking sidekick.
Yeah, it's shit. Make it sound like Star Wars in that. Yeah, that synopsis. Yeah, which I mean, it is a very generic story, which I'm sure we'll get into. But yeah, we'll start with Brandman. What you like about this film?
I liked a lot of the visuals. I liked that they did use some practical effects, it seemed, for the robots, at least at times. I liked I thought the acting was competent. I thought I thought Millie Bobby Brown, did fine. Chris Pratt does fine. He's pretty cozy in this type of character at this point in time. Thought he did fine. Thought the voice acting was pretty solid for the robots. I think that it was just long enough. I never felt like it really wore out its welcome.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd say that was it. I didn't think it was the train wreck that all the critics and reviewers were saying it was. I thought it was fine.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get into the Rotten Tomato scores later, but damn. Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about this like it was freaking like they were talking about
like it's
it
Madam Web.
Like it was Madam Web or something even worse, like Batman and Robin. I didn't think it was like this disaster that they were saying it was.
Okay. What were you, Brian? What you like about this film?
So I will say this, just to be honest, it took me 3 times watching it to get through. Okay. First time I was watching it, I realized I went through like a 4-minute point where I wasn't paying attention at all. So I was like, man, I need to stop this movie, obviously. Then I watched it again and I was kind of not interested again and just wasn't getting through. But I was like all in the first 15, 20 minutes. After I got through the first 25 minutes, the rest of the movie was pretty good. I enjoyed the family dynamic. I thought the action was pretty good. Acting, it was fun. It was a fun movie. That's what it was designed to be, with a little bit of feeling. And if for me, anything dealing with family, anything dealing with love and the togetherness of things hits home for me. Even like your family that you meet going along the way. So those things always hit me real hard. So it wasn't a train wreck. It was a lot of stuff going on, but I think it was fun. I enjoyed the journey. I enjoyed the cinematography. I enjoyed like some of the robots and the practical. It looked like those robots were really there. Yeah. So like that, all that stuff is really, really cool. The story itself was good. I like the sacrifice at the end, and all those things were fun. And even the kind of way it's trying to tell you, the whole moral. I thought that was good too. So I actually thought it was pretty decent.
Yeah. And for me, like the visuals are just really, really well done. Like Brian said, it's hard at times to like, is it CGI? Is it practical? Like they did a really freaking good job, and then they got a voice cast for these robots, from Alan Tudyk, because of course he is in everything now. Was it Woody Harrelson was in there? Who's was it Hank Azaria, I believe his name.
Giancarlo Esposito was amazing in the movie.
Coleman Domingo was in it too. Hank Azaria was in it. He was So I mean, Rob Gronkowski, Gronk was in this freaking film. Like they got so many effing people.
Quan,
yeah. So I mean, they really went all out with
we didn't know Anthony Mackie was in it, but apparently he was a main guy.
He's right there. He's right with.
Who knew Herman? Who knew Hammer was there? It was,
because I think who was it? Alan Tudyk was Cosmo, which would be the little yellow-headed, one in front of 11, and then the one by Chris Pratt was Anthony Mackie's voice.
See, Kenny, have a good night, man.
Yeah. Yep. Later, Kenny. But yeah, it was a great cast. A great cast with the CGI being really, really, really good. So, yeah, and it looked cool. It looked cool. But I gotta go with what Brandman was saying. It's not that train wreck I was expecting. I was expecting just like, oh my god, I have to really kind of focus to get through this one. And yeah, by the end, I'm like, okay, wasn't like, like prying, like I had to keep my eyes open, like freaking I'm drawing a blank on the reference. But yeah. But yeah, it was
like Madam Web or how much you hate Craven.
Yeah. Craven was bad. But yeah. But cool. Let's get some comments real quick before we get into some of the negatives. Brand saying they had a great cast. Yep. And Kane said, from the first hour I've seen it was fine. The outrage doesn't seem warranted, in my opinion. I could turn into absolute garbage in a second and a half. But as of right now, it's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, if you get through half of it, I think it's about the same. So
yep.
Yeah. Why they chose the peanut robot to be the leader.
Yeah.
Why they did it, I don't know.
I mean, anyone could have done it. Whatever.
I mean, I know why they did it, because Peanuts was like, or whatever company that owns Peanuts was like, here's a shit ton, Planters. Like, here's a shit ton of money. Make our person like a main character in the movie. I mean, maybe in the book he's a main character too. I don't know, but that's what I'm assuming. Just because I was thinking about that, like how much did Planters make or pay to make their character be the leader? Yeah. The visual was pretty impressive, but everything else was pretty predictable. And later in 324 will become the film you watch on a plane. Yeah, so
it was a Netflix movie.
Yeah, which was like Sully brings us right into our negatives, because he's saying it's very predictable and lazy. What you think, Brandman? What are some issues this movie had?
It was just very flat overall. It just just storyline wise, and I've never read the book, but it was just very unremarkable. I think nothing really stand out, or nothing I haven't really seen that hasn't been done a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to kind of question if the reason that the Rusos are going back to Marvel, because pretty much everything they've done in the interim that isn't Marvel has just been really flat.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just, even though it wasn't as bad as I think everyone's saying it is, it just nothing really stood out, or there was nothing special about it.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the like I said, there's some good practical effects. I thought the movie kind of was serviceable enough. I thought it did its job, but I've seen the job get done better.
Yeah.
That's really it. That was my big thing with it. It's just very full. It's the very definition of flat.
Yeah. Okay. What are you, Brian?
I can agree with that. I thought they also had plot holes. I thought they had some leaps that you really had to take. So like Michelle Millie Bobby Brown's character, for her to just believe that this robot was her brother really easily, like within like 5 minutes, I was like, oh yeah, it must be you. I was like, what? Because he did this. I could do it too. Am I your brother? I mean, that didn't necessarily make sense. I was like, because this is a secret thing that no one else saw. We all saw it, right? Every time you did in front of everybody. So like, I thought that was kind of weird. Everyone kind of just believed people a lot. and very naive, seeming like it's just because it's a lot easier just to believe him than having to create an atmosphere that's going to make a lot more sense. And I think a lot of things that didn't necessarily make sense at the beginning. It was some overacting. I thought there was some in some scenes they're just overact like for no reason. And it was just, as you say, it was just a blah movie at times too. Even though I don't mind blah movies sometimes. Sometimes I can watch those type of movies, But every once in a while I watch a Lifetime movie, right? But it was like on that level.
For me, it's the same thing. It's just like when you were reading the synopsis, that was like, okay, that very much like Star Wars. It's just a plain paint by numbers, journey kind of movie. It was like, she has to save her brother, so she goes on a journey and she learns things on the way. It's like, it's been done before a bunch of different ways. Doing this with robots was the only kind of difference. So, it was. It's not boring, but it's like predictable. I think predictable was the best way to put it. Like you knew exactly what was going to happen next.
For me, this one thing I want to ask you: am I just overthinking it? I don't like movies where it seems like when you're trying to fight for your freedom and they are slaves and like slaves to the people, and now we're saying we're now thought to be full people. I don't like those type of movies always. I don't like those type of plot devices because it just hits home for me because I think we're trying to. I don't know. I want to say it's put in for like slavery, like anything can be slave. No, child slavery was for 400 years. It's the whole definition what built the country. Like I don't want you to water that down and try to make it just a plot like device like that. I don't like that in itself. But it happens all the damn time. So I don't know if it's something that maybe I'm just ultra sensitive to it, but I literally hate it.
Yeah, I mean it's they do it anytime there's a robot movie. There's a like 80% chance it's gonna be that. I mean, fucking The Matrix. The Matrix. They don't. Well, eventually they talk about it, but it's the same thing. Robots are created, they turn into slaves, and then big uprising. Blah blah blah. It's like. It's all derived from you said chattel slavery.
There's chattel slavery in that. I just hate that the idea, and they just put it like that, and it bothers me to the core. I don't want any more slavery movies. I don't want movies depicting slavery as robots, and we should understand that see them in a certain way. Like it's more than this. So stop, because we're different. Because like a robot is different, so slavery would happen because we're different. No, we're not. It's worse than that because we're not different. So like I don't like when movies do that.
And I think even with this one it was a period piece pretty much, which really sucks because I hate our childhood being the period because it's like it's not that long ago, man. But I think it was before the war to after the war. It was only a few years, right? Because it wasn't like
she was like a teenager, and then she was still a teenager. So
yeah, I mean, I want to say it was like fuck, I want to say maybe like 5 years, 6 years, something like that. It was less
than like 19.
Yeah, if even that.
It was for sure less than a decade, for sure. But I think it was like before the war was like 1990, maybe, and then after the war was mid 90s, if I remember correctly. I only watched it earlier today, so but I was just like, oh, that's a very quick turnaround from like starting the war and ending the war, but I did find it kind of cool where they took like history of like Disney World and Disney creating the robots. I'm like, okay, that was kind of interesting, but for the most part it was just plain. It was like Sully said in our chat, predictable and lazy. And it was just they just went through it and made sure it was very shiny on the way, which I didn't mind because I thought the robots were cool, but it could have been better. It should have been better. So a little disappointing. Anything else? Any good or bad you might have missed before we go on?
One last thing for me. Once I talk about the slavery at point, and then the peanut for me kind of hurt a little bit more because of George Washington Carver. Like I was like, what?
Peanuts are like the South, and then the South with slavery,
the slavery, and then you got George Washington Carver, who's was a black man who became a slave. It's just too much for me. It was just too much.
Yeah. I was wondering if anybody else got that reference. Well, let's see real quick before we get into our ratings. See what you guys are saying about this film. The Russo needs Marvel. They're super lucky that Marvel really needs them right now too. Yeah. They have chemistry, so it works. And then Fernando said Millie Bobby Brown is way overrated. I do agree. I think she's a fine actress, but she's definitely but also this is where she belongs, on Netflix. Like, I hate to say it, but
it should be in Stranger Things season 5 that we waited 15 years for. So
she's supposed to be like 12 at this point in Stranger Things. Like I don't know if they plan to do the time jump again. I don't know, whatever.
They got to jump 10 years. Sense.
Yeah. But she's okay, but she's really overrated. She's really just popular. But remember I said the electric state was an emotional level of racism when me Peanut said imagine what it's like for your life to define a piece of paper or something like that.
Defined by a piece of paper.
Yeah, your freedom.
Yeah.
Or no, you being a person is defined as being or on a piece of paper or something like that.
Yeah. But your life and you being alive is defined by a piece of paper.
Yeah. Yeah. That was straight up. Yeah.
This is too much. Like I'm sitting like, oh, fuck you.
Brandon said, I would never honor a robot self-aware, sentient, or not as an equal. Already starting the war, man.
Oh man. I've heard that same thing in the 60s.
Yeah. But even like the way I thought Giancarlo became empathetic to the robots was because like he found a shittier human. I was like, really? That's the first time in your entire life you found a shitty person?
Yeah, seriously. What was that all about?
TV. You know what? Because he never found a mirror because he was still in that thing.
That could be maybe stuck you with that weird head thing. But yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's get into our ratings real quick, and then and any other comments we'll get into the comments after our review because I see you talking about Craven and stuff. Here we go. All right, so we do things nice and easy right here. It's Spoiler Kings. Now, later, never. Now means you go run and watch it right now. Later means watch it whenever you get a chance to, and never means just skip it. Brandman, what are you giving The Electric State?
We'll give it a later. This is
no.
It's a watch when nothing else is on type movie, or you can't decide on anything else.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's just there's a lot of other things that you can watch that are a lot better. I thought it was competent enough. There were some things that worked, but I don't know. Overall, it's just very much a flat movie. You can watch something else. So I'd give this a later.
Okay. What are you, Brian? What you giving it?
I mean, it's definitely a later. It's a streaming movie, and it's not even something. As far as streaming, I would go out and seek it, but it's fine. It's whatever. It's not something that once again, like there's other movies that I've seen on Netflix that I've been like, man, that was a good Extraction 2. Like there's a lot. It's not that level of good movie, but it's on that lower level of if you got some time. It wasn't a complete train wreck, but knowing all the stuff that I know and the stuff, I was just rolling my eyes a lot, and that kind of bothered me. So I'm like, oh, it's a lower level of later for me, but it's still later.
Yeah. Same for me. It's a later. I think it's like a film if like you're bored on a weekend and you want the kids to stay home, or it's just like bad weather outside or something like that. It's like a Friday night. Like, oh, put this on. It's really not like, I think the younger kids might like seeing the cool robots. I mean, yeah, it's just like you said, it's very kind of just play by numbers kind of journey thing, and then with the generic story and everything, seen it before, but looked cool, and I think for a Netflix movie, looking cool is enough.
It's half
the battle. Exactly. But yeah, definitely a later, when it like way later. All right, so with that down real quick, let's get into the Rotten Tomato scores, because holy crap. Rotten Tomato scores. So first off, we'll start off with the audience, right? Audience, this one's a little harder because you can't have a verified score, so anybody can write a review on it. Even with that said, it's still a 75% audience score, which I'm like, okay, it's
still higher than I would give it, but
I'm probably 65, maybe 70. I'm about there, so it's not too far off, but maybe a little bit higher. But the real people that didn't like it were the critics. With 106 critics, it was at 15%. 15. That's insane. You know what else was at 15? Craven the Hunter. Just saying. Just saying. Since I know we were talking in the chat, in the live chat, talking about Craven. But they're saying this is on the same level. The critics think this is on the same level as something like Craven. So I thought that's funny. But
no, if that's the case, I thought Craven was a lot better than this damn movie. So
I would agree too. I would agree too.
What we're talking about? No, that's
I would.
It's not the same.
Yeah. This 15%, I think, is a little bit lower, because that's like one of the worst movies. That's like a horrible movie. So yeah, that's insane. Which brings me to another point of the budget for this film.
Yeah,
the budget is $320 million.
How much was in games?
Which is nuts.
It's so much money. And I wonder if critics are mad at something like that. Like, why is a movie that costs $320 million going straight to Netflix? You know what I mean? I wonder if critics are kind of upset about, like, does that play in part of their kind of in the back of their mind? They're like, always like, this isn't a $300 million movie.
I mean, when $320 million versus the end game was $356 million. So you tell me for 36 more million, I could get end game?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Where did it go?
I mean, visually, it looked. I know where it went. It went to visuals, and it went to all the casting. I mean, Helen Hunt was in here too. I mean, they had so many freaking people in this movie.
Infinity War was $316 million budget, and they dusted people away.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. And then there was a lot more stars in that, and they were actually acting.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And there was a lot of CGI you had to do with that too. So I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's just it's a lot of money. I'm really curious to get a behind the scenes of like a breakdown of why. So
they had to give Millie Bobby Brown like $100 million for that to make.
Right.
I guess. Something.
And how much of that do you think went to Chris Pratt?
So
a
lot.
He got like 75, and his hair got another 50.
Then when he got the haircut, they added another. Yeah, just a horrible wig. But cool. I think that's about it for this one. It's just like Brandman said, it's a flat movie. It's really generic, predictable, a little lazy. But it looks good and has a really good cast. Does it make up for it? I don't think so. But we all gave it a later. We want to hear from you guys. So if you were in the live chat, let us know what you guys think about it. If you're in the replay, if you're watching on replay, leave a comment. Let us know what you guys thought about the Electric State. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us every Monday and Thursday and Saturday when we are live and we talk about our favorite movies, TV shows, and other nerdy news. But we appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. And if you are in the live chat, stick around because we're going to move on to your topics or your comments right now.
They're talking about Kill. You guys see that? The Kill as a Hulu on the train. So it's like this knife wielding guy, thief, whatever. Well, it was interesting. New Delhi, Indiana. It was interesting. I don't know if I liked the ending at all, but overall it was interesting. So I have Hulu, so of course I watch a lot of crap on Hulu.
Same. I'll watch that one.
I check it out. What's it? Oh no. Oh, it just came out, right?
No,
I guess it got filmed because it says it was filmed in 2023, or was the original release in 2023? But it says it came out in February 2025.
I think it came. I think it came out a month ago. I don't know if it might have been out before then. Maybe, but it was like a month ago.
That the film was inspired by a real life train robbery he experienced in 1995. That's what the director said. That's wild. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna check that one out. I like a good some good movies. Just watch Kill. Kill was amazing. Kill Rock. All you guys are liking it, so for sure check that out. Not good with the ending though.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out now.
So you're not the only one. Yeah, the ending.
Yeah. Later for this one. Yeah, this movie was very mid. Very. It's just
Mm-hmm.
The ending is didn't like. Yeah, the ending was.
I didn't like the ending, so that's fine.
Yeah, so we did a trailer. I don't think we. I don't remember doing a Kill trailer review.
I don't remember either, but I know we talked about it, and that's what prompted me to watch it.
Yeah, that's what Bobby's saying. That it was probably out in India already, and then
gotcha. Because I'm like, I watched it when I was in Dallas, so I'm not.
Yeah, so I think the release date was on Hulu February 3rd, so which would have been about the beginning of a month and a half-ish ago. So yeah, check it out. I know another movie. Not really movie too, but like a nerdy podcast one, and she was doing the same thing as we do, MCU, DC nerdy stuff, and they slowly became like a Bollywood kind of channel, and she got a shit ton of views and a shit ton of followers because obviously Bollywood's very, very popular,
and you don't have a lot of people that want to talk about it, so yeah, that makes sense.
So, but yeah, he goes. So he said, I give it streaming hot never. Damn. Just like, don't even watch it.
A steaming hot never. I know what he's talking about.
It's understandable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I if somebody says, like, I never want to see this ever again, I mean, I really don't want to ever see it. But if you recommend other people not to ever see it, yeah. I mean, you're not missing out on anything.
I don't think it's the worst thing ever, but I do have, it's problematic for other reasons for me.
Yeah.
It's me,
I agree. Electric State went too much. We already said that one. Yeah. Cool. I don't remember a Kill trailer. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, shit, I'll watch it. We could do a review for it. So I don't mind doing a late review.
Yeah, no problem with
it. Bro, watch Kill Give Kill until they show the name of the movie 30-40 minutes into it.
Like 35
those are the
minutes.
Best.
I think until I can't say that. I was going to say something, but it's something you don't need to go in knowing. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. But when they do like a late title card, like 30 or 40 minutes into the film, that's always like the best because You're just like, wait, was all that the intro? But it's just it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah. I feel wasn't there a movie we just watched that did that? No, it wasn't Mickey 17.
Technically,
what was it Mickey? I think it might have been Mickey 17. Yeah,
it was. It was
because it was like a good chunk into the movie when they.
It was a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, when they drop it.
What'd you say when they dropped what? Broke up.
When they dropped the title card, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. We'll jump right into the next one. You do Novocaine?
Yeah.
Cool. Got that one right.
That has done enough to deserve active background. So
Novocaine was fun. Jack Quaid is fucking awesome. Novocaine is the reason why I had to change our title on Twitch. It kept wouldn't let me. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. Did it think Novocaine was like a drug or like? I mean, it's like no drug, but it's not spelled the same. I don't think, right?
I don't think it is.
Let it be.
Yeah.
CFB.
Later, man. Never going. But yeah, let's get into this one because this was a super fun movie. Where we at? Cool. Let's go. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kareem. We're Brandman, Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're here to talk about Jack Quaid's new movie, Novocaine. Just came out theaters. Like I said, Jack Quaid is the main character, and then Amber Midthunder is probably the second, and then everyone else is kind of like whatever after that. No, what's his name? From what's his
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. Ned from
Jacob
Spider-Man.
Batalon.
Yeah. I think he's the CEO of sex now. Yeah. That's the meme going around. It's just so stupid. He was in it. I don't know. He was in it enough. I guess so. I don't know. I mean, but yeah, he's doing the tour with them. But yeah, pretty much Jack Quaid's the main character. So yeah, we're gonna get to our likes, our dislikes, our rating at the end. Before we do that, Brian, you got a rundown of what this movie's about?
Sure. When the girl of his dreams is kidnapped, a man turns his inability to feel pain into an unexpected advantage as he fights a bunch of thugs to get her back. That's very general because a lot of other stuff happened. In the beginning of it is very different. Like people would have this disease, have problems.
Yeah,
this is real.
That's one thing I think I never looked up. I wanted to look up. Is it a like? I'm assuming it's a real disease.
Oh yeah, no, I saw this on House. So you're
right. You're right.
That's all I know it's a real disease.
But if it's on the House, that means it's super rare because the House always deals with like the super rare kind of.
Yeah. But they say people that have this, because you have no feelings, you people die out. They bleed out. They don't know. They cut themselves open. They have no idea what's going on. They have no idea what can hurt them or any of that stuff.
Yeah,
your arm is you severed tendons, you've severed your nerve endings because people don't know. You don't feel it.
Yeah, it was a CIPA, congenital insensitivity to pain with androsis. That was the name of the disease he wound up having that made him a quote unquote superhero. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Even at the beginning, because they talked about he used to live his life very regimented, very much so, because he can't, feel anything. So you said you talk about people lose fingers, lose hands, feet, because they just do things and have no idea. There's no pain. There's no sensor that tells you, hey, stop.
Yeah. So here you go. It's 1 in 25,000. That's what it is.
That's not that rare then.
It's around 60 documented cases in the United States.
There's 7 billion people in the world, right? So 1 in 25,000 is actually there's more than I thought. I thought it was gonna be like 1 in 500,000.
Estimated global incidence is about 1 in 20. Or no, I'm sorry. That's the USA. Global is 1 in 125 million births.
That makes a lot more. Okay,
Yeah.
Oh
USA, there's approximately 60 documented cases in the United States. So he is literally one of 60 people in the USA. Yeah. But he's saying the approximately 20% of people with CPIA die from hypothermia before the age of 3.
Because
It's wild, man. It's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm a nurse, so I love medical shit. I know Brian's a scientist, so
I thought that was the coolest part of it. That was like the way
really
they
cool.
kind of diagnosed it. They talked about, I'm sorry, tell his mom, and I'm sorry, and all this. I thought that was a really cool part of the movie. It's important to understand that he lives his life very cautiously. So to go to the extremes that he went to tells you a lot.
Yeah. So we'll start with our likes. We'll start with Brandman. What are some things you liked about this movie besides the sciencey part?
I liked the feel of the movie. I liked how I liked the pacing and just how frenetic it was. It kind of reminded me of Crank a little bit, or things kind of like Crank, or even if you've seen Guns Akimbo with Dan Radcliffe, kind of gave me those vibes as well. I don't think it would have worked as well if it wasn't for the casting of Jack Quaid, because I like how he does that kind of like everyman kind of unassuming, that unassuming everyman type. I think he does very, very well. He's pretty much mastered it if you've just look no further than The Boys.
Yeah.
I like from an action standpoint, I thought it was fun, and a lot of the physical comedy was really, really good. It just kept me entertained.
Yeah. Okay. What are you, Brian? What you like?
I mean, Jack Quaid is definitely up there. I mean, it's funny that he's become the everyman because his father is Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan. Dude, how you become an everyman, dude? Like how you being typecasted? That doesn't make any sense at all. It is what it is. He does a great job. I really enjoy the journey. I think the movie itself is smart, bloody, just some gruesome in some parts of it too. Going to all the extremes that he's willing to go to. But I thought it made sense. I understand someone who's never took risk, and you finally have someone that you kind of connected with, and that you're willing to go ahead and go to these extremes for. I enjoyed the journey they took us on, and I was not expecting all the stuff that we got. So that that surprise made me happy, and the fact that it was like kind of rated R, right? So like we got some real stuff. Like we get like with the like it is gruesome,
gory.
There's a lot of stuff, like really, like, and then when he starts really believing and gaining his confidence, and he's going out and killing the entire group. It was nuts, but it was a fun time. I enjoyed myself. I've enjoyed myself in the movie theaters like that. And like probably this entire year. That was fun. I'm not saying it's the best movie of the year. I'm saying I've enjoyed myself.
It was a lot of fun.
Movie, like as much as I did this year, this entire year. So
it's definitely one of the ones that I enjoyed more so far this year. I think the only other one that I enjoyed this much, even though it was a completely different genre, was probably Hard Eyes. That I just had a lot of fun watching.
That's different.
Very, very different, right? But in terms, but I'd say around the same level of fun, even though a completely different tone. I'd say I enjoyed this much about the same.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like going back to like the gory, I walked out. I'm like, this is borderline like body horror.
Yeah,
it was like, I mean, it's not as crazy as like say The Substance or something, but man, bones start coming out of the body, and the way they die, his hand, the entire film, every time I saw his hand, that was deep fried, I was like, ugh, so there's a lot of stuff going on that you're just like, holy crap, and you see a lot of it in the trailer. Mama bear. You see a lot of it in the trailer, and you're still not ready for it. It gets even more wild with it, so how with the disease he has, how is he still alive is just comical at the end.
Yeah, he shouldn't be. He should not be alive.
There's no way. There's no way.
That's why they die early. Like literally, the life expectancy is like 30. So like that's the reason.
Yeah. Well, I guess. I mean, he knows he's getting injured. I know that still doesn't even make sense. So I was trying to justify it. It still don't make sense. Well, but that's what
when they're trying to torch, he's like,
oh yeah. Well, I like the fake, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna carve out your eyes. He's like, oh wait, like the fear actually became real. It was like really, really well done. Even his friend that was played by Jacoby
Jacob Batalon or Batalon, however you say his last name.
Yeah. What was his name?
Roscoe.
I thought it was funny. He's like, oh, I look like Jason Momoa with a ponytail, riding a Harley. It was hilarious, so funny, but by the end of this film, I think you're laughing a lot, and everything is so over the top crazy, and that's exactly kind of what I expected. So real quick, let's see what you guys are saying in the comments before we move on to our negatives. Fernando saying the movie was dope. Bobby said, yeah, it's a real disease. Yeah. Fernando said Jack Quaid is going to be a huge star like his dad. I can see that.
I don't know if he
his
is.
mom and his dad.
He's gonna have to like really, because I mean Dennis Quaid is not just a great actor, but he also was very ruggedly handsome. There's
back in the day,
but that's not what Jack's going for.
Yeah. I mean, I see a lot of his mom too.
Yeah, I see a
lot of Meg Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if he ever gets to that Meg Ryan stage of just making a bunch of rom-coms.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. And then so he says, I was happy to see how gory it was, but I didn't think it was filmed in the best way to get the full effect of the nastiness. Yeah, that's why I was like, it's on that edge of being body horror by the gore and all the crazy stuff. And I wonder if they went if they got the full effects of the nastiness,
then you would have. I don't know if they've been able to even rate that movie. It was too much.
Yeah. I mean, there's sometimes like even my girlfriend like had to turn away, and she's like, "Oh man," and she wanted to see this movie. So yeah, it was a lot. So it's kind of the borderline. I think they could have gone crazier, but I'm kind of glad they didn't.
Yeah,
but all right. What's some negatives, Brandman? What you like? What you didn't like about this one? Oh, hello.
No.
Yeah, laggy.
I hope. Sorry. Close out some windows. I hope Jack Quaid doesn't eventually like himself.
Repeat that
into the awkward everyman role.
Repeat that one more time.
I was saying I hope Jack Quaid doesn't like pigeonhole himself into the awkward everyman role. Because I don't know, I'm kind of at a point with certain actors where it kind of like it really kind of wears out its welcome kind of fast.
Yeah,
like Jack Quaid does that a lot. It's kind of why I'm kind of like walking a tightrope with Jenna Ortega. With her kind of playing like the introverted kind of like goth type. I don't know. It wears thin kind of fast for me.
Like
at this point in time.
I mean, he's kind of been that everyday man twice this year, and it's only March. So
every season of The Boys.
Yeah.
Every season of The Boys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it was a little bit different in Companion, but for the most, but then at the same time, it kind of wasn't.
Exactly.
I think That was really my only like really glaring thing with it. I thought it, in terms of like the gore factor, I know a lot of people have a problem with it. I think the fact that it was so gory kind of worked to the narrative advantage
Mhm.
and kind of made the most of the plot.
Mhm.
But I think that was like my really one glaring thing.
Yeah, I like that. He gives off Tom Hanks vibes.
I can see that.
Yeah, I like that. But so
Yeah.
does Tom Hanks' son.
Well, one of them at least. The other one, no.
Not so much. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What about you, Brian? What's some negatives?
Sometimes it got too gory for me. There's times where I did go like,
Mm-hmm.
that's a little bit much. It's a little bit. It was a movie like almost like John Wick type of movie, like him going through all the stuff without the skill. Just
Yeah.
without the skill. So sometimes it's like unbelievable, and I was like, okay, all right, this. And then by the end of the movie, I was like, man, this is just a whatever. This is whatever, full fiction. Start off with something that's very nonfiction, like you can see actually happening, and you just got to a point where it's so full fiction. But that's what you get. And it was a little long. I feel like it could have been cut, like maybe 15, 20 minutes of it could have been cut. But besides that, I mean, it's Mr. Nobody type of thing without the skill.
Nobody.
So like, and that's where I'm like, but that's neither here nor there because I had a great time. So whatever.
Yeah. 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 I don't know. I didn't have too many negatives coming out of it. I think they could have made it a little bit shorter. I think the beginning and the end doesn't really match with like it goes such on a wild ride that by the end of the movie you're like, wait, how did this movie start? You kind of forget like with everything because it just goes so off the deep end. It is which is fun, but like as a coherent story, you're like, how did we get here again? Like, so it was kind of like whatever. Like you definitely had to suspend some belief, a lot of belief, in some parts. But it didn't ruin the movie for me. You kind of go in for a fun ride, and it's exactly what I expected. But yeah, a little bit shorter for sure. I could have done with it being a little bit shorter, but it didn't overstay its welcome, I don't think. But yeah, could have brushed the beginning a little bit more, possibly. End up very predictable. Very predictable ending.
Yeah.
I saw that coming like a mile away. So
he finally, it's so funny because like all the adrenaline that was going through, he was killing, just ripping up at everyone else. And then, when he finally calmed down, he just kind of passed out. I thought he was going to die.
Yeah, that would have been interesting if they would just killed him.
He would just died.
Yeah. So before we get into our ratings, hit the comments real quick with what you guys are saying. Say Crank is a good example of it. It really is. Mama Bear said Brandman enjoys Heart Eyes. Okay,
there you go.
There you go. Got some. Here, Mama Bear said, I had a feeling this wouldn't be for me, and listening to what you guys are saying, I'm glad I trusted my instincts.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're not into gore and like just like over the top gore kind of stuff, yeah. There's some parts where like like legit what Brian said.
I literally went like, oh wow.
Like, you hear everyone in the audience, in the theater, kind of like all at the same time. Like everyone feels it. Fernando said thought Art the Clown was going to show up at one point. Yeah, so it said Tom Hanks vibes, but not as charming. That's
Colin Hanks.
Oh my god, it really is. It really is. It's Colin Hanks. Yeah. Also with Lower Decks. Wait. I think it might be delayed. A Nobody film. That's it. It was very, very similar. This was, I think, a little bit more.
Mr. Nobody has more skill. This is what he was.
Yeah. He was an assassin kind of thing. It was like a side John Wick. This was just over the top, kind of thing. Jason's saying, "What's up? What's up, Jason?"
What's up,
And he said,
Jason?
"We'll see you next week."
What's
Yeah,
going
you'll
on,
have
Jason?
fun. You'll have fun with it, Jason.
It's a fun movie. At the end of the day, when we left, I walked out. And I was like, "That was fun. I had a good time."
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Mama says certain gore things are triggering for me. Yeah, yeah.
Oh no,
You
there's
listen
gonna be
most of them.
some. There's gonna be
There's some we
triggering.
didn't even list. Like at the end, oh my god, it's like oh man, yeah.
Dude, the arrow.
Oh my god, yeah. But a lot of it was funny too, man. A lot of it was really, really funny. But cool. Let's get into our ratings for this one and bring that up. All right, we do things nice and easy over here. Now, later, never. Now means you got to go run to the theater, watch it right now. Later means you can wait till it's at home. And never means just skip it altogether. Brandman, what you giving Novocaine?
I'll give it a now because it's a fun watch. And if you're, it's not for the squeamish though, because they do. It does have a pretty heavy gore factor, but it works in the context of the movie and what they're going for. I think that Jack Quaid is a big reason that the movie works. Even though I know I said I hope he doesn't eventually like pigeonhole himself and he branches out a little more down the line, but in the context of this, it worked pretty well. I kind of rank it like alongside, like I said, movies like Crank or Guns Akimbo, Nobody to an extent, in terms of action versus physical comedy. I thought the physical comedy was a big reason it worked as well. So yeah, it's just a fun, entertaining time. So yeah, I could give it a now.
Yeah. Okay. What are you, Brian?
As long as you do your homework and know what you're walking into, it's a down.
Yeah.
Do not think you get into some rom-com type of movie. You'll be sadly mistaken.
Yeah.
As long as you know what you get into, this is just a now movie. It's fun, it's gory, it's crazy, and funny. So yeah, I'm all for all those things. So yeah, so now.
Yeah. And I think, Brian, you put it the right way. As long as you know what you're walking into, so like if Mama Bear, if you didn't, you're like, oh, I'll go see it, Jack Quaid, right? Yeah. If you don't like gore, that's definitely not for you. But it is a now, I think everyone in the crowd, you're all gonna kind of feel the movie together. You're gonna grunt, you're gonna like, turn away and laugh. Yeah. It's definitely like a crowd enjoying kind of like all together kind of thing, so it's a lot of fun, super gory, so gory, but definitely a fun movie, definitely giving it a now. So I might buy this on 4K when it comes out. I did enjoy it. But with that being said, one last thing was the box office. This was its opening weekend for Novocaine. It got the #1 spot, but it also became like one of the worst weekends in recent history for a movie. It made like 8.7 million, and it was #1.
Wow,
that's bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think honestly, I don't think anybody in this movie expected it to be #1 in the box office. So for them to be #1 in the box office, I'm pretty sure they're like, "Hey, cool, that's awesome." 8.7 is not.
It means you chose the right weekend to do it. That's all that means.
It really, really is. I don't know what the budget was for Novocaine. I can't see it being too high.
Budget's $18 million.
Yeah, so 8.7. That was for them. I'm sure they're loving it. But it's the lowest grossing weekend of 2025 so far. Like this weekend.
Whoa.
And yeah. So for the movie itself, 8.7 is pretty good. I think it's like at 10 worldwide on its opening.
$10.6 million worldwide.
Yeah. So, it's #1. They can add that little thing in their commercials now. But
#1 movie of the year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, but yeah. I mean, 8 million for a movie like this seems about right. Not too surprised with it, but very surprised that it's number one and it's the worst weekend like of the year, which is dang. But cool. You guys got anything else?
No, I mean, good time, guys. I mean, go watch it. Stay with. It's very much in the same vein as a good time of like Mickey 17 was a good time. So like, yeah, it's the same type of thing.
Yep. But cool. Yeah, that is our thoughts for Novocaine. It's our review. If you are in the live chat, stick around. We're gonna get to all your comments. If you're on the replay, make sure you guys leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think about this movie. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Is it too much? Are you gonna skip it? Let us know. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and join us every Monday and Thursday. We are live talking about movies, TV, other nerdy stuff, other news, and a lot of fun stuff that we do with chat and hang out a lot. So we appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. And if you are in the live chat, stick around because we are going to get into your comments right now. Let's see what you guys are saying. Jason said excited to see Last Breath and Mickey. I want to see Last Breath. I haven't heard too much about it, whether it be good or bad, but it just looked interesting for me.
Some other things I want to see this weekend, so maybe not.
I mean, I'm gonna see Magazine Dreams over anything else this weekend. For sure.
Just saying.
Yeah, although I might go by myself because I don't think Erica wants to see it.
Dude, it's gonna be hard to watch.
It's gonna.
That makes me. I want to watch it.
I know. Speaking of, I think Sully put up his review today for Magazine Dreams. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be an awesome movie, and you're gonna need to bring tissues. That's what I feel like. So
I feel the same.
Yeah. But not too many other new comments. Everyone's saying hi. Everyone's saying hi. Fernando's giving it a now. Okay, like to see that. Magazine Dreams. Yes. Definitely gonna see that. Majors is insane in Magazine Dreams. I bet he's a great actor.
He's a really good actor.
Top flight type of actor.
Yeah. I think it really sucks because Thursday we're gonna do our watch party. Oh yeah, we're doing a watch party, Brandon, for Severance. Because it comes out like an hour before we go live, so we're just gonna watch Severance, talk about it, and then probably get into some other topics. Because I feel like I do want to talk about Jonathan Majors, everything going on with him. We did a little bit right now or earlier, but also I kind of like to wait to see what people say and stuff because I have my initial feelings, but I kind of want to see what the actual parties say. Like, I really don't care what like Rolling Stone and all the other like people on Twitter say. Like, I want to know what Jonathan says. I want to know.
I don't know if he should even address it. I hope he doesn't. Going into the weekend, I don't think he should address it because it takes the spotlight off of Magazine Dreams. So I think that should be the focus. You should, I was looking for if he was going to be talking about Milestone. That's what I was looking for when all this stuff came up. But it's the same thing I already knew was going on. So I don't want him to even focus on it. Push people. Yeah. If this is publicity that gets more people to go see Magazine Dreams, cool, whatever.
I don't know. I mean, it might be the opposite. I mean, that's obviously what it's trying to do. Do you mean that bogus audio?
It's trying to hurt. It's trying to hurt. But sometimes
I know I saw she in Dremex chat. So, but yeah, we're talking about that audio clip. Yeah, the whole thing it seems, But we'll talk about it at one point.
Why people? Why they're putting this out there. It's too obvious why they're doing it.
Like really, the week of when the movie drops. Come on. And if it's this big of a thing, like I said earlier, why didn't you do it during the court? Because that seemed like that would have been like, like a big issue. Like, oh hey, look, he did this. It was like, yeah.
So, by the way, this is what I want.
Oh, Jonathan Majors.
Give me a Milestone. Let's go, Icon. I'm telling you, he's perfect for it.
Yeah, but he said it's not going to be the DC or MCU.
Well, Milestone technically is not DC or MCU. So
I mean, technically, but DC does own Milestone, so. I'm assuming you say it's a setup. Yeah, we'll see. Looking forward to the watch along. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
And we're doing that Saturday,
Thursday. Because it comes out Thursday.
Because the show comes out Thursday. So yeah, we'll probably as soon as we get in here, we'll start watching. You know, because that's gonna be about an hour long. Actually, over an hour. It's like 75 minutes, ain't it?
75-minute show. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I am going to be.
Woo! So what we do is we have a website that we have. It's not our website, but there's a website we use that you can click the link and you can watch it with us. You know, on your phone, on your computer. So we're all watching the same thing. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll do a watch along. Then we'll talk about it a little bit after. And then Saturday we'll do our final review for Severance. So Thursday we probably watch it, talk about it a little bit, and then if you know some time is left, we might talk about a couple other things. But yeah. So I said, side note, I've seen all the studio coming. The studio coming to Apple TV. Highly recommend it. Oh, have you seen it? I want to see it. It looks really interesting, and I like the cast. And I've been hearing nothing but good things about it. So I definitely want to see it. And Apple they do things so good. They do things so good. So, and the studio looks like another really good show. Is it a show or is it a movie? Because he said I've seen all of the studio. But yeah. Nikisha coming in. What's up, Nikisha? I know. Sorry. I'm excited, even though I have no idea what to expect.
I am so excited about this. I am.
Yeah. Knowing Nikisha, she might watch it and then come in here and watch it again because it comes down at 8.
No, but she won't be able to watch the whole thing and then do it. Because it's 75 minutes, right?
Because if the show starts at 8 our time, and then our show starts at 9:30, that's an hour.
So she'll watch it and then just be able to finish it. Basically, just finish it. Yeah.
Just finish it, come in and watch it again. No, then I was like, no, Nikisha, like how much she likes the show. Apple is slowly becoming the streamer with the best. It really is.
It is. No, it is. It's not even a question anymore.
Yeah,
it really is. Yeah.
So it's 10 episodes. Nice. Yeah. I got to message you, Sully, and see how, because I know Kenny told me a little bit how he gets to see stuff early. But yeah. But also Sully, anybody watching, go check out Sully. He's a movie review guy, you know, or TV also. So yeah, we did a few Oscar movies with him. Yeah, we'll try to get him on.
I just watch him. So
yeah.
That's all it is. I watch Sully. So
yeah,
like
it's great. He has really fun ones. That wouldn't be too bad. Well, Apple does weekly, so I don't know. We do weekly. Depends. When does it come out? Because I know we're looking for something
next week. That'll be perfect. So
right. I don't think it comes out that.
I've been watching Doughboy, so yeah.
Shit, it kind of does. March 26th is when it starts. So legit, it's like we get this, and then next week we get the start of the studio. So yeah, nice. Got all the screener stuff. Yeah. What you say? Dope Thief.
Dope Thief. So the first episode was amazing, and then the second episode, wow, I didn't see a lot of it coming, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
A good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, check that out. No Milestone or DC has publishing rights.
So you have to watch anything with Brian Tyree Henry is worth a watch.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's good. So Milestone Media is a branch off of DC, as I believe, but it is its own company overall. It's its own company. It's its own, but it has all its own stuff. But it's a branch off of DC. So I believe Milestone Media has all last say on anything that will come out. So technically, if it wanted to do its own movie, you wanted to keep it separate from DC, you could.
Yeah, I mean, because the parent company is DC. Suppose that's what I'm looking here. So it was we're
But
published
that's
and
not that.
distributed by DC Comics,
But
but
that's
it
not
is its own company. It's its own company.
Milestone. No, Milestone is started by Michael Davis. Michael Davis started Milestone, so that's not necessarily true. They might be owning publishing some rights of it, but Milestone Media, Michael Davis started off Milestone, so like it's not necessarily it's DC, but it's not. If that makes sense. So like even when it says like DC owns Milestone, it's not true. It doesn't own Milestone. There's like rights to Milestone. They bought publishing rights of it. But
Yeah,
like
because I'm looking at here, it says Milestone Media struck a deal with DC Comics under which DC would publish Milestone Comics, but Milestone retained all legal and creative control, including copyright. The
100%.
comics were published under the Milestone imprint.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. So it's not necessarily like he doesn't own Milestone. It's his own company. DC just has publishing rights over it. Yeah.
I see. Yeah. So like it could be Icon then. It could be Milestone.
I tell you, Icon's the dude. It makes too much sense for him.
Yeah.
But I think that's the reason why, maybe Gunn has not done the whole static, because Milestone will have to sign off on it.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. Because we always assume I always assume like DC owns Miles, like they bought them straight out. But no, they just bought the distribution and publishing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So if they want static, they need to have the okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it would make sense also why they can cross over, because DC is kind of works with them, so you can easily like, can we borrow this character, and they can be like yes or no.
Same thing why we didn't get Blue Marvel, because Gervais will have to sign off on a lot of his stuff. So,
oh really?
Mm-hmm. So they own Blue Marvel, but they couldn't use any of the storylines. I think there's something to that effect.
Okay. Let's see. Like you said, watch Dope Thief. It was surprising so far. Okay. Like it. And very, very interesting stuff. Yeah, we're nerds. We're like, because also I want to know how we can get certain things, because it was the whole like Hulk issue with Marvel. Now it's the Spider-Man issue with Marvel. So like little things on who owns what part of a character is kind of important.
Yeah, so how does it go when it's movies? Yeah.
Yeah. The Apple projects use the best cameras too. Yeah, their content always looks so clean.
It does.
But they just put money behind it. They put, I don't know how much money, but Apple said like they want to be a player in the studio game. So
Severance was what, $180 million, something like that.
Yeah.
It was. They're like, they was basically spending $20 million per episode to make.
Yeah.
That's House of the Dragons.
Yeah, just in the hallway, white hallway. That's wild. Oh man, yeah. Marvel Spider-Man has an issue for a while. Yeah. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah,
good to know that, because
I'm a big Milestone fan. I probably don't. I don't have as much Icon and Static as I have Black Panther, because I have pretty much everything that Black Panthers have done. But I have a lot. I talked about this before. I have a lot of it. I like their storylines, and I like what they do. I have, we talking about Volume 1 or Volume 2. I have a lot of Icon. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, I've been saying Jonathan Majors. Let's go.
That would be cool. That'd be cool if they decide they want to do their own like studio, or do their own franchise kind of thing. But I feel like, they would have to work. It would. I wonder if they see. I don't know, because they're not a studio, so they would have to give their movie rights to somebody. You know what I mean?
They could sell their movie rights to someone, and they could decide to do it as an independent thing. They could say, we're going to do A24.
Much like Marvel started. Yeah.
We could do something to that effect. So, I mean, yeah, you could do those things.
Yeah. Do that. Sorry, it's 12:30. You guys want to save Looney Tunes? I'm cool with if you guys want to record something tomorrow.
Let's do Looney Tunes right now. Come on, man.
It's up to you guys. I don't mind. I'm gonna be up until 2 a.m. anyway.
Not me. I'll be asleep.
I come in, man. I come into the bed and our son, sleeps in between us in his little mini bed. And I come in and he does like the wildest thing. Like he like looks around and then he like turns all crazy and is like in my face, just like stares at me. And then goes back to bed. I was like, what are you doing? Waking me up.
Put in the bed.
It's like,
hell out.
I know, right? He does that every night, and I try not to laugh because it's just the funniest. He's just in my face, like nose to nose, like because I know he can't really see me because it's like dark, but it's funny as shit. All right, let's talk Looney Tunes. We'll get into that question in a little bit, Fernando, if we have time. We'll try to finish this Looney Tunes one. This should be pretty quick, I think. We'll just do our thoughts. So do your negative and your positive together, and then we'll go around that, and then we'll just do our ratings.
Okay.
I mean, it's only
not a huge thing.
Yeah.
I only have the synopsis. Like what? I can do that. I can do a real quick synopsis.
It's a Looney Tunes movie. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about this one real quick. All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're here to discuss and review The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie starring Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. Yeah, it's a Looney Tunes movie. It's not the Acme versus Wile E. Coyote. It's not the one that we didn't want. But yeah,
real quick, I gotta do a synopsis of this.
Yeah.
The Porky Pig and Daffy Duck become Earth's only hope when they had their antics at the local bubblegum factory uncover a secret alien mind control plot. Faced with cosmic odds, they must save their town and the world while not driving each other loony.
That's wild that the synopsis is like longer than the Electric State.
It was better thought out.
Brandman, we'll start with you, man. What's your thoughts about it? Some good stuff, some bad stuff. What you think?
It gave me some good laughs. You know what? It reminded me of those like Looney Tunes shorts that you would see in the movie theater, like before a full length Disney or WB movie. Just kind of full length. I thought the way that Daffy and Porky played off each other was pretty fun. I thought that the plot was appropriately absurd. We're talking about Looney Tunes here, so that very much worked. I think that if there's anything bad that I have to say about it, I think some of the jokes are going to be dated a few years down the line. Oh, yeah. Especially like with some of like the social media kind of gags that they had. But other than that, it felt traditional Looney Tunes. So I think those are my overall thoughts on it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What about you, Ryan? Some good stuff, some bad stuff.
So I saw this with my kids, and this is the first time I was able to introduce the Looney Tunes to my children, and they were enthralled in the movie. They were like, I was like, all right, guys, let's turn it off. You guys go upstairs. They're like, no. They looked at me straight up and just said, no, we're going to watch this. We're going to finish watching this. So that was a fun time for me to experience that with them, because they just, things are not the same thing. They watch stuff that's totally different. They don't watch Looney Tunes like I did every single night. They don't understand Porky Pig and Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny and Rabbit Season, Duck Season, Fire. They have no idea who Elmer Fudd is. It was such a good time to be able to do that with them. And so I really enjoyed that part of it. The whole farmer thing, it was
Farmer Jim, I think it was.
Jim, yeah. He was just, and the fact he just floated away, like it didn't walk.
He didn't move except for his mouth.
In the little mouth, that's what the limbs that came in. It was so Looney Tunes-ish. And I love that part of it.
Yeah. It's also like critiquing Warner Brothers, how they're treating Looney Tunes right now. It's like, we need to save money, so we got to go cheap with Farmer Jim, so we can try to save money so they don't kill us, even though they just killed them.
It was
Yeah,
so much
did.
fun. But you know what? Anything I didn't like, I mean, it's Looney Tunes. So if you don't like it, don't watch it. It's Looney Tunes. It's just what it is. I mean, it's going to be Daffy's going to be Daffy. It's going to be stupid. There's going to be a lot of things that just don't make sense. But it's Looney Tunes, so there's nothing that you could say that's anything. But there's going to the negative will be there are people that won't like Looney Tunes because they don't understand it. They haven't watched it. They didn't watch it growing up. It's could be at a point where it's dead to a lot of people because people just don't care. As I said, this is the first time I introduced it to my kids, right? Because they don't watch. This is not something that's in their wheelhouse. Shows aren't made this way anymore. So the negative is it could be the end of an era.
Yeah, I mean, it really is the end of an era because I believe it was today that Warner Brothers removed all of Looney Tunes from Max, just all gone. No more. So even if your girls wanted more, they do, and you're like, oh, cool, let's go to HBO Max. Gone, just not there anymore. So I was like, again, this is why you buy physical media. Like I have so many Looney Tunes like back here. I have a lot of the Golden Collection, and then a lot of the older ones too. Which, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. They're old. So, but for me, man, it brought me back. It brought me back to like being a kid watching Looney Tunes with just the madness and it wasn't as overly violent as the old ones were, with but it got close. They did some crazy stuff, which was a lot of fun to see, and it just
flamethrower.
The flamethrower. I mean, yeah, him with the Gallic gun, just just murking people in the sidewalk, yeah. So it was good, and then I love how it did look very cinematic, though. Like the animation was updated. It looked good. The voice acting was on point. That sounded like the Daffy Duck I remember. That sounded like Porky Pig I remember. So that I love that.
Yeah.
My only issues. I have two issues with this one. The ending was so wild where they just completely changed the story. Like I just completely changed the story and then just go a different route and then do this thing. It didn't ruin the movie. I was just like, okay, wait, what are we doing now? It just was a lot. But the bigger issue was for me, it only had Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. Like we didn't get the whole group of Looney Tunes. There was no Bugs. There's no like.
That's why I think
Pepe.
you can't. I don't think
it's hard to do. Yeah,
put Bugs in it. I think Bugs steals the show no matter whatever 100%, you do.
100% of the time.
Because that's why you can't.
I thought somehow they were going to put Bugs in it where he
very much is Looney Tunes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's the face of it, So that's why I thought they were going to put him in there somewhere at the end, and they really didn't, which is fine. But it's also, because if your girls love Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, wait till they meet Bugs Bunny. Like
Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck are perfect. They're perfect.
They're so good together.
As I said, rabbit season. Rabbit season, duck season, fire.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but those are my only issues. That's like not even that big of an issue. I wanted more. I guess that was one of my issues. I wanted more of the Looney Tunes. But cool. With that down with our negatives and our positives, let's get into our ratings for the day the Earth blew up. So we'll do now, later, never. Now means go run to the theater, watch it right now. Later, wait till it's at home. Which it might not happen because Warner Brothers doesn't care about Looney Tunes anymore, I guess, or never. But yeah, now, later, never. What you giving it, Brand Man?
I could give this a now. I think considering a lot of the other content we've been getting, this is a pretty good kind of deviation. It's good, clean fun. I think good, clean fun is we need that every once in a while. I think it's very harmless. I think it kind of gives me that old school Looney Tunes vibe that I was expecting. I think that, like I said, I think that the plot's appropriately absurd. It gave me some good chuckles. I like the laughs that Looney Tunes gives me. I thought the voice acting was pretty good. I liked the animation. It was very vibrant. It was just a fun time, you know. So yeah, I could give this a now.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
What were you, Brian? What you giving it?
I agree with everything Brandman said. Everything. And I'm not giving it a now because I think it's better to watch at home.
Mhm.
If that makes any sense. I think this is a very much not a theater type of movie that I would go to to watch in a theater. I want to watch it at home. I think in watching it at home is a better experience because you can explain things, and I want to make it more common to watch. But I loved it. Like, I love the experience. I had a little problem with the ending, and I understand, but it was fun. It was Looney, but it's a home movie, so that's the only reason I'm giving it later.
Yeah. See, my issue is if you give it a, like, not saying if you give it later, but if like you wait to see this at home, you might never get that opportunity because I don't know if they're even gonna put this in physical media. I doubt they will because it seems like they are.
I already bought it. So
Really? Okay. So I mean, hopefully. But I mean, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna stream anywhere. I don't think they really care. Like they're like Warner Brothers is over this. This new Warner Brothers is over Looney Tunes, and it's a shame. It's disgusting to me. Like, if I gotta be flat, I don't know if that's being too much, but I love Looney Tunes, and like, yeah, it's problematic. They were way back in the day. It's you can still. Newer stuff is still pretty fun too. And that's why I'm giving this one a now. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It looked good. I think it was fun. It was goofy. It's kind of disgusting at times because it's all about chewing gum. So it's just like wads of chewing gum everywhere, and yeah, it's just a fun time. It was just a fun time. So yeah, definitely a now. But I do agree with Brian. Like we need to normalize this being back on our TV screens, so we can enjoy it again at home, so.
And that's part of it. I've always thought that Looney Tunes deserves to be at home.
Oh, yeah.
I never the movies. I never go to the movies to watch Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes was perfect at home, just being watching Looney Tunes on my TV. And that's kind of the only reason why I'm giving it later, because I wanted streaming. I wanted physical media. I wanted that part at home. Yeah. But I did order it already. So
did you? I might have to order it now too, because obviously I like Looney Tunes. Yeah, I even have the other one, the other Looney Tunes one that came out. Why am I having a brain fart with it? But it's like Space Jam. I don't have the Space Jam 2.
I have Space Jam 1. Yeah,
for sure. But before we go, we will give the Rotten Tomatoes score. Rotten Tomatoes 86% with critics. Pretty good. And then 88% with the audience. So they're both around the same, certified fresh kind of level. It's just old school fun, I think, and I think people miss it, and it seems like they kind of want it back. So yeah, hopefully this kind of sparks some interest, and we get that Acme versus Wile E. Coyote movie, because if this does well in theaters, they'll like, okay, cool,
eventually release it.
Yeah. So but cool, that's it for our review with this one. Kind of a shorter one, but it's a Looney Tunes. it's made to be short, right?
Exactly. It's made to be short. It should be enjoyed at home.
Yeah.
And in the theater, if you go to see the theater, go enjoy it.
Yeah, because it does look pretty. It does look really cool. But yeah, that's our thoughts with the day the Earth blew up with Looney Tunes movie. So if you're watching on the replay, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right down there. Come and join us every Monday and Thursday when we talk about movies, TV shows, and other nerdy stuff. We appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us. If you are in the live chat, stick around because we're gonna get into your comments right now. Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna order it because I was afraid. I was really afraid. They were not gonna release it.
Yeah, I might have to do the same thing.
it's coming out in May, so that's why I ordered it now.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Damn. What'd you get off Amazon?
Amazon, yeah. It was like $26 or something like that.
Yeah, because I do love Looney Tunes. Also, just for you guys, because you guys are on my Plex, I have like a bunch of Looney Tunes.
We definitely saw it because I was looking up Looney Tunes. I was like, what the hell?
I still pull it up on.
Yeah,
I still pull it up on HBO Max and watch it.
Yeah, not anymore. They took it down. I believe it was today they took it down.
Huh.
That's what he was saying. That's what saying that they took it down.
They took down Looney Tunes and they took down Sesame Street. Because they had like the rights to Sesame Street for a little while. So they took down all their Sesame Street stuff. So yep, they fucking suck. Back in Action. Looney Tunes Back in Action. That was I have that one. With Brandon Fraser.
I remember that
Jenna
one.
Elfman. Steve Martin. Yeah. 2003. I don't have some of the older ones, but there's like the shows. The TV show in 2015 wasn't too bad. The TV show in 2011, I think, was actually pretty good. Like some of their newer TV shows were pretty fun. And then obviously not Looney Tunes. What was the with the younger kids?
Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toon Adventures, yeah.
Tiny Toon, yes.
Tiny Toon Adventures, gonna throw some comedy. So here's Acme.
Yeah. Oh, they're not doing 4K? They're only doing Blu-ray?
Yeah, only Blu-ray. Yeah.
Yeah, damn, in May.
No,
that's
still Looney Tunes still on here. Looney Tunes still on.
Is it on HBO Max?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Looney Tunes cartoons, new Looney Tunes, Baby Looney Tunes, Tiny Toons, Sylvester Tweety, Tiny Toons, Tom and Jerry, Bugs Bunny Builders. Yep.
Damn, really? Gonna say now you got Deadline, IGN, Vulture. I'm saying original Looney Tunes no longer available. I guess, yeah. Yeah, shit. I wonder if they changed their mind last second.
They heard you say it, Tank, and they said no.
I know, right? Yeah, because even Vulture, like Max removes. That was a day ago. Max removes remaining original Looney Tunes cartoons. Collider, Looney Tunes vanishes from HBO Max. Well, 19 hours ago, Looney Tunes fans call HBO Max for stupid decision. So
that's why, because these are newer Looney Tunes.
Because it's saying the
original ones are not there, but
which would be like Spotlight, the Golden Age, like all that kind of stuff.
2020s, 2015. These are all newer.
The newer ones. Yeah, which are way less problematic. Because if you go into the Plex, you can see by year. If you watch some of that old shit, and I was like, oh,
anything you can see the crows, it's a problem.
Oh yeah.
Anytime you see the crows, you got a problem.
I was like, holy shit. Because I had got the like the old stuff, from the libraries, but yeah, I was like, ooh.
My wife made me get Tom and Jerry, which is also problematic too.
No, with was it the mom or the owner? Like it's hard to say.
I don't know if it's the maid or she's the
maid,
the owner, or you don't know what it is, but you see her with the mammy type of thing. Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a problem. Let's answer Bobby's question, because I thought that was a really good question.
Yeah. All right, let me change it back real quick. Guys, I have a question. Since you're talking about Looney Tunes, who are your Mount Rushmore of cartoon Toon Force characters? Of just Looney Tunes or any cartoon? Because
I'd have to think about.
Go in Toon Force characters. Yeah,
that's what I was looking up. Toon
I
Force.
have a
Toon
pretty
Force refers to the comic and often absurd reality bending abilities. Yeah, the cartoon exhibit, allowing them to defy physics and logic.
So I mean, that's
So,
I mean,
Popeye do things
Mickey?
completely unnecessary. Mickey Mouse is a good one.
Bugs Bunny.
Um,
Well, go ahead.
Luffy.
Go.
Luffy. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, which I doubt anybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about, but
Luffy. Why is Luffy? Oh, okay. Yeah.
there's shit that happens like in episode like 1080 that like you're like, oh, okay. That's why I was like, I'm saying. Also, we get a new dubbed One Piece today, so I'm like super excited. And then One Piece starts again because I haven't got any because they've been on vacation or on break. One Piece starts up again in April 6th, I think. So, like,
so let me answer this for me for my Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna go Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
I'm going Mickey.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Jerry. It's hard not to go Tom, but I won't go Daffy.
So 4 characters total, huh?
Yep. Mount Rushmore. So I'm gonna go Bugs, Daffy, Jerry, Mickey. So 2 mice, 2 mice, a bunny, and a duck.
That's funny.
I went over. Yeah, I'm over Sylvester, over Porky, over Tom. So yeah.
Okay.
I'd probably say Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo count on because these are.
I mean, he's a talking dog.
Yeah,
like,
that's totally different. Oh, if we, I thought we were just doing like off the old school like Toon Force people. Like, if you had
so it can't be any comic book or not. It can't be any cartoon character.
Because if you do any cartoon character,
there you go. Yeah, Bobby's saying any cartoon.
Oh,
so
that changes everything.
So then, Scooby Doo, Garfield.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. No, scratch Garfield. I'd say Bugs Bunny. Yeah. So Scooby Doo, Bugs Bunny, Aang, and I'm kind of lumping these as one character. I know that might be cheating, but Beavis and Butthead.
That's interesting. Okay. Because I mean, Bugs and Mickey, I think should be on everybody's, right? Because it's
the old school. It's like,
I mean, yeah, they're the ones.
It's like Michael and Magic if you're doing NBA. Like,
yeah, pretty much, right? Because I think I would put Bart or here I do. Bobby's like I do. Oh yeah. I was either Bart or Homer. I wouldn't say probably Bart because he's a little more I think iconic than Homer, but I think Bart's up there. Because he's. I mean, how long has Simpsons been on the air for?
28 years now.
No, they're like on season like 40, I think.
Really?
Yeah, or close to 40, if not. As of March 17th, 2025,
36 seasons.
36 seasons. Damn, that's crazy. You know what? I think they're gonna end at 40. Four more seasons. I think because I know they keep talking about hanging it up. I think they're gonna try to get to 40 seasons and then maybe call it.
All right, I'm taking off Jerry. I'm doing my Mount Rushmore. Am I taking off Jerry?
Yeah, you know what?
No,
I would take off Aang and probably replace him with Mickey.
Yeah, Aang's cool. I think he's still a little too new.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby said I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Bugs or Mickey because I was always a fan of Bugs. Mickey, it's fairly new for me because of my son. Like
I just
I'm
think
starting
Mickey.
to
He's
appreciate
he's
more
he's
Mickey.
the dude though. He's that dude.
Yeah,
Like
he's
you
like
don't.
the first cartoon. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
So I feel like
Yeah.
Mickey has to be on there with Bugs. Definitely. I love Scooby Doo. I love
Scooby is a good one.
Scooby.
I love Scooby Doo. I
Oh.
absolutely love Scooby Doo.
Man, do we take off Jerry because of Scooby Doo? You know what? Here we go. I'm gonna go Daffy. No, I'm gonna go Donald. I'm gonna go Donald over Daffy.
Donald Duck. Okay.
I'm gonna go Donald over Daffy. So I'm gonna go Bugs, Donald, Mickey. Jerry. I love Scooby Doo more, so I'm gonna put Scooby Doo over there over Jerry. But Jerry could be fit in because he's so small. He's gonna be like there underneath somewhere.
I you know what? I wasn't thinking about Scooby Doo, but the more I think about it, I'm like, man, he's just. There's always a Scooby Doo movie coming out. Like I
What do
literally just
you
had
enjoy?
Scoob on like the other day.
Yeah, I just enjoy it. You know, even the old school. I could watch Scooby Dooby Doo today, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They're the same. They're running like this, and it's just
yeah. It goes. They have to kind of exhibit Toon Force. I think Scooby Doo, does have Toon Force, right? I mean,
I think
it's not as much as like somebody like Bugs Bunny, but I mean, it's a talking dog that eats food with his, friend that's super high. I mean, it could be all just in the imagination of his friend that's high that the dog's talking, but yeah, I think I put Scooby up there, I think I put Scooby up there. I don't know if anybody like a new character.
I don't know if you get in there. How does a new character beat Tom and Jerry?
I think a lot of SpongeBob, because SpongeBob, he's not new anymore. He's been around for a long time, and SpongeBob is still making movies. There's a movie that came out like a week ago.
SpongeBob
a week ago on Netflix.
Yeah.
Is SpongeBob in front of Bart Simpson?
No, but I'm thinking is SpongeBob bigger than Scooby though?
I think Scooby's bigger than Bart. I think we talking about on Mount Rushmore. I think he's a Mount Rushmore piece.
Yeah. I don't know if SpongeBob is.
I don't know if SpongeBob or Bart is, even though they're both iconic. But
you know what? If you're saying
that's crazy,
I don't know if Bart counts as Toon Force though.
Yeah,
like SpongeBob would count as Toon Force, and I would say,
I think Tom and Jerry is bigger than.
Bobby's saying you could do duos like Tom and Jerry.
Okay, so yeah, because I think Tom and Jerry is bigger than that.
Yeah. Oh, is that Luffy? I'm not a fan of him. What?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, I got you.
Oh no, I love. Do I have? I don't have any One Piece stuff.
Exactly. You don't have any One Piece stuff. Exactly.
Because I'm new. I only watched it a year ago. Like I'm all caught up. I haven't had a chance to buy any statues yet. Although I do want the Legos. The Legos are coming out pretty soon, and I might fucking go broke for buying the ships. For sure, the minifigs. Like I have to buy the fucking minifigs. Like
what? But you could do. We might just be doing that next week. Next week.
It's not out yet though. The official ones aren't out yet, so I'm still waiting for the official Lego ones. Can't do SpongeBob. Nope, can't for it. I mean, he's up there because he is not new now. So yeah, so I have been more Scooby Doo movies than SpongeBob. Yeah, Scooby Doo more SpongeBob. Scooby Doo did have a ton of spinoffs. Yeah, it's true.
It's hard, man. Scooby Doo is there's so many things.
Yeah.
Scooby Doo.
Toon Force. Yeah. Yeah, but Scooby Doo is kind of like really pushing the Toon Force thing because is it like bending reality? And besides the talking dog, it really does.
Talking dog and solving crimes, with Ghost and dude, come on.
I mean, the fake ghost.
The Ghost and Ghouls attack. Scooby eats a Scooby snack. Scooby Dooby Doo. Jinkies.
Yeah, but I think we all have Mickey and Bugs on there. You know, I can see Scooby being up there. Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry should be up there. They're just
Tom and
so
Jerry has to be on there.
they're just so irrelevant lately. You know, at least Scooby, like a movie came out not that long ago. Like Tom and Jerry, their last
how many
movie they
years
had,
have you had for Tom and Jerry? And
oh,
then,
yeah,
and
I
then
mean,
you
my
had the Tom
mom
and
loved
Jerry,
Tom and Jerry growing up.
Tom and Jerry kids. It's the Tom and Jerry kids. Like, I mean, there's my kids know who Tom and Jerry are. They know
Yeah,
Tom and Jerry more
2021
than they
was
know.
the Tom and Jerry movie.
That's my point.
Yeah, the live action hybrid one
Yeah.
wasn't a horrible movie, but just
The last Scoob movie was 2020.
yeah.
So it's the same time. But
But even before that, but Scoob had a bunch more.
They have What's New Scooby Doo. They have a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know, and then the live action movies and then the other animated movies.
And then they're on Supernatural. I mean, like there's still spin-offs still. Like,
had a death battle. They came to a draw. That's funny. That's funny. I gotta watch that one. Scooby is the Michael Jordan of cartoon characters. I mean, I could definitely see Scoob up there. I can see Tom and Jerry being up there as well. You know, because I think they like for Toon Force. I think they manipulated reality a lot more than like a Scooby Doo. You know, but I still got to put.
I don't know. I
Scooby-Doo.
mean, he floated in the air. When he ran. I mean, he did a lot of stuff. I mean, he ate.
That's why I'm like,
all
technically,
the
you have to give it to Scooby. I think, like for being a Toon Force, it's just not as a blatant in front of your face as like a Bugs or a Tom and Jerry. You know, but yeah, I would still give it to him. I think. I don't know if let me just Google it. See what Google says.
I'm actually really interested to hear what it is. What it says.
I just type in Scooby-Doo Toon Force. Yes, Scooby-Doo and the characters of Scooby-Doo universe often considered to pose Toon Force. So there you go. So they are technically.
I'll say Scooby's Toon Force, Scrappy not so much. Scrappy Dappy Doo.
Yeah, you guys are forgetting Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah, he's up there, but I still feel like he's. See, again, he's new for me, but he's really not that new anymore. But I don't know if he's as big as like Scoob or
he's not as big as he's not in my Mount Rushmore of dogs.
Yeah.
Courage is not my Mount Rushmore.
Courage is fun. I love Courage, you know, but yeah, I think there's other things that are bigger for me. Courage is fun though. The only time Scooby fought a real ghost is Scooby-Doo Monster Unleashed in Scooby Natural. Yeah. Was that the Supernatural crossover?
Yep. Nice. Scooby Natural was awesome.
And it's so funny, they messed them up. Real ghosts effed them up.
Well, yeah. So yeah, I think we're up there. Tom and Jerry, Scooby, Bugs, and Mickey. Who else did you say, Brandman? Was on yours? You had somebody else.
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead.
They count as one.
Well.
So yeah, Bugs Bunny, Mickey, Scooby, and Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Butthead. I go Tom and Jerry over Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, the original Beavis and Butthead. But yeah, that was a good question, Bobby. Thank you.
That's a really good one. I enjoyed that.
Let's go off track. Yeah, we don't usually talk a lot of old school cartoons, even though I love old cartoons. I love new cartoons too. So yeah, it's just I remember like watching cartoons like in high school, you know, and my like mom or my dad was like oh, you watch cartoons you can get over it. I was like, hell no, this is Transformers. What you talking about? I was like, or I'm watching like Ben 10 or some shit. I was like,
Transformers is not cartoons. It's better than cartoons. It's epic.
It's epic. It's an anthology. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, even like a lot of my movies like are cartoons. Like legit. Like I know you probably can't see it. All this section is cartoons. All this section is cartoons. Like, yeah. Yeah,
I got Goofy over here, Batman. I have a lot of superhero stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of Toy
I
Story
got the first
stuff.
5 seasons of Futurama. Like, I love Futurama.
You definitely, you love Futurama.
My favorite. Can you see the ship? Oh, you can kind of see the ship on top of my computer. The Planet Express ship. Right there.
Oh man, I never noticed that.
Yeah, it's always right next to it. I just found it this weekend. Is the Galaxy Quest ship. Is right next to it. You really can't see it, but I want to hang them up so that it looks like they're floating.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's a little. It's supposed to be an ornament, but it's like really detailed.
Oh, Snoopy's a good. Oh wow, Snoopy. Peanuts.
Another good one.
That's a good one.
Good
That's what I said. My Mount Rushmore for dogs won't have Courage the Cowardly Dog on it.
Yeah. for cartoon dogs. Yeah. I like that one. That's a good one. It should be a segment. Like, what's your Mount Rushmore of blah blah blah?
Yeah.
Just do every week.
Our Mount Rushmore of the week.
Yeah. But cool. Yeah, let's get out of here. It is 1 a.m. for us.
Yeah.
I know Brandman really want to go to bed. You still nursing that hangover, or is it gone by now?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay.
I was good yesterday when I
professional
when I woke up. Oh no, I'm absolutely fine. Still took today off though, just to kind of
just in case.
Oh no, I'm good.
All right, but cool. Yeah, let's get out of here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bobby, for that awesome question. Fernando, she's in the house. Mama Bear, of course. You know, and everyone else. You know, Sully was in here. Jason, everyone else. Nikisha, Brandon Davis. I don't forget anybody else. Kenny was in here. But yeah, have you seen that with T? So yeah, make sure you go Deuce, of course. Deuce, he's our goat.
Deuce.
He's our goat.
Every time you hear Deuce. Exactly.
Yeah. So appreciate that. Yeah, and then make sure you go Kingdom of Nerds. Go check out Mom and Bear on that channel tomorrow. So but cool.
Or today.
Yeah, later today. Yeah, let's get out of here. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys on Thursday with our watch party of Severance, the finale of Severance. It's gonna be epic. So epic. But cool. Yeah, we'll see you guys on Thursday. Have a good week, everybody. Later.
Later, guys.
The board has concluded the call.